NDC are clearly losing these elections and they know it. As we speak, the elections have already been counted at the polling stations. Every political party has copies of the pink sheet. They know it. They know very well they are losing these elections and that is why they would call for havoc. We are winning these elections as a party. Dr. Mahama is winning these elections, and that's why we are saying that let's protect it.
A few moments later.
Let me first of all congratulate the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the NDC party.
God have mercy upon us.
The NDC are clearly losing these elections, and they know it. As we speak, the elections have already been counted at the polling stations. Every political party has copies of the pink sheet. They know it. They know very well they are losing these elections, and that is why they would call for havoc. We are winning these elections as a party. Dr. Mahama is winning these elections, and that's why we are saying that let's protect it.
A few moments later.
Let me first of all congratulate the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the NDC party.
God have mercy.
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz Fanonian dictum, which stipulates that the dialectics of reconciling two conflicting ideas is the algebra of revolution. The overbearing intervention of the state government had further exacerbated oporombium and amounting to sadomasochisms. Acrimony and chaos in our community. It was a contumelious stratagem by political jobbers to siphon monies. We suffer what we call political axivia neonantorum. Conclusively, we are a microcosm of the issues in the Niger Delta in the macrocosm. Today, we as a people are stating, voxe populi, voxe dei.
Me tetafo na me buy me baton fish e wo asafo market ya me be wa no hwe me da bia no pa me so dia woyem tiama me awia ne ama me eto afufu anwuma so ne asebo me efiri se dum so ba me ba no fish adaka duasa ne akoto agu kwa eti na me ba no wonya sika ma me na me de didi efira no pa me ba me ni di yo eno ani bodo se hwan ana me bedu ha no mato bi die me ba nya sika ma me wo boss ante se de adwuma no nya dum so abrewa de me na ye nyina firi dum so me tie si me de me sum ho de mu ya ansa me da fom birim mama adai ade ani aye maye wo abrewa ti wo ma me wonte se me a mama mi huna ma ni sei me te me we demonstration me kon ma kwa kama sam so a kire mama no hu me mabo na dum so wonya na me be ti me tan fishi wonya sika matari ani adi ani ma ba bibia ne be te se NDC fo na sei MPP for say nanti wo mama MPP for no nyese ne kura nyina ya MPP de wa mo beka ana nkrofo yode ya ne kura nyina MPP me bati yesi baby de etobo engomo de anuma ko bu agu ni pa kura mo bugu ya wode wa aboa wote wona ne dai obi abu agu wonya demonstration bibi a mo se MPP for na ye de sa ne ye woni pa wo mo woni pa che mo dia ene ya fe mo nsore so ndi mama se wontimi a wonya bone eno ase me na me ka ye so me boa no wonya amade obetimi betena ho no wo hwe na mere wa ye mo.
Now, a major question to Roman Catholic Church. Evicted. Miss Pele Amamu. EVICTED. He has been evicted. The word evicted.
Evicted.
As the Chinese say.
Evicted. If you all trouble, you
Obia oye de choba adwuma na ono sa na oye adwuma potebe o choba o
ono fufu no
enti obi ofufu o choba mu a he has been evicted.
Se banjin de any day in your
I don't want peace. I want problems always. I don't want peace. I want problems always. I don't want peace. I want problems always. I don't want peace. I want problems.
Now, a major question to Roman Catholic Church. Evicted. Mespele Amamu. Evicted. He has been evicted. The word evicted.
Evicted.
As a Chinese say.
Evicted. If you all trouble, Juma.
Obia oye de choba ejuma.
Trouble, Juma.
Na ono sa no ejuma potebe o choba.
Ono ufufu no.
Enti obi ofufu o choba mu a. He has been evicted.
Se banjin de any day in your
Now, a major question to Roman Catholic Church. Evicted. Mespele Amamu. Evicted. He has been evicted. The word evicted.
Evicted.
As a Chinese say.
Evicted. If you all trouble, Juma.
Obia oye de choba ejuma.
Trouble, Juma.
Na ono sa no ejuma potebe o choba.
Ono ufufu no.
Enti obi ofufu o choba mu a. He has been evicted.
Se banjin de any day in your
sɛ w'ani kum a kɔkɔda sɛ wohwɛ na w'ani nkum nso a kɔkɔlation center na kɔbɔ electoral commission for ho bayɛ den ɛma yɛn sɛ w'ani kum a kɔkɔda sɛ wohwɛ na w'ani nkum nso a kɔkɔlation center na kɔbɔ electoral commission for ho bayɛ den ɛma yɛn sɛ w'ani kum a kɔkɔda sɛ wohwɛ na w'ani nkum nso a kɔkɔlation center na kɔbɔ electoral commission for ho bayɛ den ɛma yɛn.
All right, good evening and welcome to With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's exactly 3:31 p.m. U.S. East Coast time. It's definitely 8:31 in Ghana. Welcome to the most authoritative platform on the planet right now. We are live on TV. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are also live on radio tonight. This show is With All Due Respect Extended Version. If you want to watch us live on YouTube, search for Loud Silence TV. Loud Silence TV. You will get us live on YouTube right now. We are also live on TV, on Multi TV. Search for Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. We are in 22 African countries, including Ghana. We're also streaming live on Facebook. We have two very important platforms on Facebook tonight, streaming this show live. Loud Silence TV on Facebook, and also With All Due Respect page on Facebook. Loud Silence TV on Facebook, and also With All Due Respect page on Facebook. On radio, we are live on Android, we are live on iOS or on Apple. Go to the App Store and download Loud Silence Radio. You get us live also. If you have an Android device, go to the Google Play Store on your phone, search for Loud Silence TV. Download our app. You can be part of tonight's show. Our platforms are blazing. We are all over the place. Tonight, we are back to discuss Ghana. It's a wonderful Thursday evening, and it's got to do with Ghana. And when it's Ghana, it's all news. Tonight, we'll be delving into some very important stories making headlines. The important ones, not just any story. Some people are talking about blogger stuff, which I understand. They can research, they can read, they don't understand the new kind of journalism. But what we do here is we delve into the most important stories that you want to hear about, things that you want to listen to shaping your mind about how the governance of John Dramani Mahama is going. And our job here is to guide you, is to educate you, inform you, and also make sure the right things are said, and finally to kill Jandam. So our job here is simple: kill Jandam, make the truth rule, and make sure Ghana gets the best out of our politicians. As you know, today there's a lot of things to talk about. We'll be discussing something about transport, some jandam going on Twitter, some victimization, and also the issue about passengers all over the country in Accra not getting cars or commercial vehicles back home. We will be discussing that issue into detail. We'll be taking it from the back, all the records. We are not going to point fingers, but we are going to let the people know where and how we and what we need to do to solve this problem. We'll also be talking about water in the Greater Accra region, the same place. We're having water problems in the Teshinungwa areas. Tonight, we will delve into the matter, break it down for you to also have a clear understanding of what is actually going on. We'll be dealing with a few things. As you can see on the screen, our topic is simple. John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic, he has basically invited there are about 12 people he just brought on board to help think about this country and how they can govern it economically. We'll be delving into that. These are all experienced people from different backgrounds, people who have reached the highest peak in everything, in economics, in industry, in mining, in data, in everything. He has, in fact, gone down to bring the best of the best, the creme de la creme, to come help govern this nation. And these people are wonderful people we'll be talking about today. We have so many things we will discuss. We will be talking about travel ban, also from the United States of America. We'll be talking about also a few DVLA, Agenda 111, pensioners, Grace Jones, Nana Komia, NPP, Jandam, so many things on the bill tonight. So it's going to be a packed show, very exciting and interesting, and most importantly, very educative tonight. And you bring me Amidin at the Kevin Kobedu Taylor me, and I be the Jumadi when Huchami, and then you bring a Ghana on some. Entina matenase ye bedwudwam akyerɛkyerɛm ama nsɛm ɛkɔ Paulo kɔ pele no ye dwudwam ama obia ahu de ɛkɔ ɛwɔ Ghana. John Dramani Mahama ɔyɛ president a ɔte Ghana so a ɔno ɛna ɛkyekyere man ye boa no mana kyekyere man no a odi enim no ɛndɛ wato ne nsa afrɛ nipa eduonu edumienu ɛyɛ 12 people, very experienced people, nipa bi asebio Ghana ha ye bɔ mu din a na obi anim sɛ we mu de ɔmo abɔbra, we mu de ɔmo nyanse kuta ɔmo no ɛsoso ye, we mu de sebio ebi wɔ MPP, ebi wɔ CPP, ebi wɔ NDC, ebi wɔ ha wafrɛ nipa ekuku mpanifo ɔmo adwene mu dɔ sɛ ɔmo nyina ɔmo mbra. It does not matter baby ɔmo free ɔmo fa ɔmo adwene nyina ɛmbɛka no ho na ɔmo kyekyere ɔman ɛba yɛsika sɛm totoyɛ ɛne sɛ ne yɛbɛkɔ yɛnim yɛbɛka saa nsɛm no ana yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmɔ mbrɛ ni duro a ɛna ɛndɛ so yɛbɛka nsɛm bi afa ɛyɛ transport ɛndɛ car ho akɔ atwe ɛwɔ nkran ɛdeɛn na akɔfa saa adeɛ wɔ nyina aba ɛyɛ ndɛ aban ɛba yi ɛna ɛwɔ sɛ ɛbɔ no sobo anasɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a ɛwɔ dada ana ɛyɛ GPRT foɔ ɛna ɛwɔ sɛ ebu sɛ ɔmo nsɛnsɛm anasɛ driver foɔ nankasa ɔmo twi ɛhyɛn no nsɛm bebree connections ne dɔɔso enyimbre ebenya abotrɛ na yɛ dwudwam ama ɛyɛ deɛn ewiase ehu no korɛ no ade foforɔ so a ɛndɛ dwubre team stay with me team. Also, yɛbɛsa ka nsɛm bi afa ɛyɛ nsuo a akɔ atwe ho wɔ nkran ɛno so yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmɔ akyerɛ deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛyɛ nnwoma bi a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛne Ghanafoɔ so yɛyɛ ɛne beebi a sɛbio asɛm no ɛfiri ba a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛsɔ ano ansa na yɛkɔ yɛnim. Yɛbɛdi nkɔmɔ bi so afa ɛyɛ nsɛnsɛm a ɛfa Donald Trump, American president ho deɛ ɔde abɛto dwa ne America kuro nankasa deɛ ɔde abɛto dwa ɛno yɛ nsɛm bi a sɛbio I know the majority of you ɛnɛ mo ate aseɛ dada nti yɛn spend time on ho because ɛkyerɛ wɔgyimi ɛkyerɛ sɛbio woyɛ panyin mu ntwɛr anaasɛ ɔnte borɔfo anaasɛ bi a woyɛ TikTok student anaasɛ obɛma sa ɛna bi a wonte simple things. Non-immigrant and immigrant, there's a vast difference. Nti ɛkyerɛ wɔgyimi ɛna saa deɛ no ne nte aseɛ ɛbɛyɛ de ama. Ba yɛduru ha yɛbɛdwudwam ama Ghanafoɔ ehu no korɛ no. Fra wo nua na wo nua so mfrɛ nua sɛ Kevin Taylor and the Ghost team. We are live and we are here to break down the issues. Welcome to the show.
Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a forte, glorious divine. I am salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, glory divine. God bless you. That assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a forte, glorious divine.
Bless you.
Oforiatta is not a fugitive from justice. It's not about Oforiatta, viewers. It's not about Oforiatta. It's about Ghana, the government of Ghana, the people of Ghana, the Black Stars, anybody who is connected to Ghana. The Black Stars being a football brand that also represents Ghana. It's about the flag. It's about this. It's not about Ken Oforiatta. A man has been Minister of Finance for your country, and then the next thing they hear is a fugitive from justice. It tells on your country. Have you ever heard America saying that the former Federal Reserve guy is corrupt and that he's stolen money and that he's dug a cathedral hole? Whether a cathedral hole has been dug or not, it is our hole. It is our cathedral. It's our gain or it's our loss. It is necessary that our public officials begin. That's why I like my producer playing the tape of Stephen Amwa. Just those of you who have been watching on social media, Stephen Amwa talking about it. It is very important from justice. It's not about Oforiatta, viewers. It's not about Oforiatta. It's about Ghana, the government of Ghana, the people of Ghana, the Black Stars, anybody who is connected to Ghana. The Black Stars being a football brand that also represents Ghana. It's about the flag. It's about this. It's not about Ken Oforiatta. A man has been Minister of Finance for your country, and then the next thing they hear is a fugitive from justice. It tells on your country. Have you ever heard America saying that the former Federal Reserve guy is corrupt and that he's stolen money and that he's dug a cathedral hole? Whether a cathedral hole has been dug or not, it is our hole. It is our cathedral. It's our gain or it's our loss. It is necessary that our public officials begin. That's why I like my producer playing the tape of Stephen Amwa. Just those of you who have been watching.
See, oh, Kwasiafo, oh, ni ma so dwan. This year, omunyina bewu. Oh, ni nim. I so dwan. And what has more? Oh, Oforiatta. It is not about Oforiatta. Oforiatta, Mati, da bena mote say America for omo finance minister, omo kasa we Cromforda. Adentine nyina yenya Ghana baako na yemwa ye ho na yensom no Oforiatta di esika kra amena na omo di esika etu no eye nyina ya mena aboa. Akwa we jantre ni we before Oforiatta ye be kire no ma ye hu omo ya Cromfo no. This is what he stood on TV to defend.
Upon us with mercy. So those of us who have common sense and are on social media and are writing, why is the president giving 25 million and this and that and talking plenty and the cathedral is going to cost you to lose elections? No one will lose elections because he built a cathedral. We will see in this country. We will see it that no one is going to lose election because he dedicated a prime land for God. Judges were living in that place. Ridge is one of the choicest lands in this country. And they said, take the judges out and put the temple of Jehovah here. That's what Solomon did. Now, because David obeyed and he created a temple through his son Solomon, can you imagine Jerusalem 5,000 years after the fact? They still call Jerusalem the city of David. So
you see one person, or shows you to know. In Kwayasum Okin, Satano Oforiatta, Eddie Ghana Fosika over $56 million. He was on TV using Solomon Amimi Nimuno. Bible and Yamna. People he was mentioning and using as excuses, you know. We had not met any of them, or we've never met any of them in our lives before. Kwasiampe and him so giant betina TV so defend it amena no mudisika. Won kwasiade omlete Ghana ho. Won MPP for mentality. Oh, say MPP, they be makajam say, "Uyi dawa ni MPP a dawa important che MPP ni." Kwasi ade akwa we e die na ma watena ka say we wako school. Makajam so omo ko school say ntwen. Omo ko no makone no mabefie. Omo nim nyansa. They can read, they can understand, and most importantly, they think say obi ejimi. And that is the symbol of the NPP. Omo trimu no because omo jiminti, they think everybody is stupid. How can you today come tell us, say, oh, Oforiatta na, listen to this raccoon.
Oforiatta is not a fugitive from justice. It's not about Oforiatta, viewers. It's not about Oforiatta. It's about Ghana, the government of Ghana, the people of Ghana, the Black Stars, anybody who is connected to Ghana. The Black Stars being a football brand that also represents Ghana. It's about the flag. It's about this. It's not about Ken Oforiatta. A man has been Minister of Finance for your country, and then the next thing they hear is a fugitive from justice. It tells on your country. Have you ever heard America saying that the former Federal Reserve guy is corrupt and that he's stolen money and that he's dug a cathedral hole? Whether a cathedral hole has been dug or not, it is our hole. It is our cathedral. It's our gain or it's our loss. it is necessary that our public officials begin. That's why I like my producer playing the state
today,
of Stephen Amwa.
They are saying we are all Black Star members. Omudis can we are no more patriotic. Oh yeah. Omudis can we are. Omunya on sounding Paul on sounding. Omudis can we are. Almost patriotic. In Kwasiafu world power. Near catch and kofu say. I don't know what is $52 million a moody in the name of Mutu Cathedral. Or the Nequasia and the two attention by catching Jimmy. And that David Abemi Nimuno. King Solomon. I mean, maybe a Nebusian fear and then Toa Obo. Quasian pay by church David as such day. Ever church King Solomon as such day. On that saw me and Quasia for then we just have to watch you people. Saw me. Na Yantra and Yansan Yamamombra to me. And then we are all Black Star players. Now the Bena Casame, the Bena Yania is able to party. The Bena Casame, what Jordan position at Mano? In nine. Why when you think say I saw a cap, Abeginaho. You see, and this is what I keep telling Mama can be Ghana for. Say, oh, say me DMPP for what it's not because BBO, because naturally, Jimmy. Hey, in Kofoe, and the Omuye de Omukemusem punching. When they were in power, they had a party. And a refi, e-levy party. Suddenly, we should all be patriotic. Paul Ademochi Abejon about the thing and Chobewu, ya boni dia Obewu. He knows, they have told him. And Uncle Makan, they have all been told they are going to rot from inside. They will all die. And suddenly, it is an embarrassment for us Ghanaians to be demanding for accountability. And the Ujila TV Zuka say, a ferry, send the Kenufuriata, a penacheno. We all should be ashamed. Oh, bodam. Saw me. Now, refi say na yanimuna tikroma na yakacha say what you were doing was criminal. What you were doing. Anam refi said na mo ye na a criminal. Na enye na mo tikroma ha. Time na yakasa mudi sika etu amena edi sika no in the name of cathedral no. Odi usi utitanten aye no Cambodia begina TV so ka kire say David and Solomon almost see 90 years you feel Jimmy si dan abra na ye ni baby edi etibeto. A foolish man saw me like you. Oh yeah. Some kwasiafo when you so Ghana TV so sabedru ha. And today they are barking like dogs. Omoma, omonananom, omonyinyini mama danen kwasiafo, omonime fufufu. And then we should just forget about what you people put us through. The disrespect, the corruption. Na yeremfi inti moka we ani ayeden yakoto abama ba omia. Inti moya press conference no. Mune TV so anope ana me humu ana me ho emwanwa obi di say zato say de no okasa I say ye de bentu ahye no to I say electrocute the sa akwa we jimi we into okasa we are okansem we are na akoto ma ba omia na akwa we.
This morning that we have confirmed from the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that His Excellency about Mahama got 41% in the last election. And that any other thing said that is a big lie. And I am happy that he got the 41%. Because today, if you see the number of saboteurs in the NPP, the number of lions in sheep clothing, the number of people who were sabotaging his campaign within his government, there is a miracle that he got the 41%.
Whose government?
Again, if you see the number of saboteurs,
I think it's
the number of saboteurs who
remember they have said that he's a mate.
The number of saboteurs who were in the MPP and the number of them who worked diligently to oppose and prevent His Excellency Dr. Mahama becoming president. Despite all that opposition, he still got 41%. It is a miracle. We have confirmed from the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that His Excellency Dr. Mahama got 41% in the last election. And that any other
tough word there mo be mo Jimmy Bruta. Mo am before na mo mu no. Mo tough word be mo people mo Jimmy Bruta. You can say we have told wait into can we ni akoto about Omia. Oh, we are happy about Omia 41%. You know, they were saboteurs. It is not saboteurs, it is saboteurs. Jimmy, we know the saboteurs, it is not saboteurs. It is saboteurs. It's Saumi. Munyina mo Jimmy. Intinka mo ye we are anopatututu. Weja oyira to fie. When you are Otokanka Betra TV so abaye and almost about 41%, we know there are saboteurs in his party and his government. So the 41% they go, yeah, oh bodam. It is not saboteurs, it is saboteurs. Saboteurs. Maningina ha Jimmy. This
morning that we have confirmed from the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that His Excellency Dr. Mahama got 41% in the last election. And that any other thing said that is a big lie. And I am happy that he got the 41%. Because today, if you see the number of saboteurs in the NPP, because today, if you see the number of saboteurs in the NPP, because today, if you see the number of saboteurs in the NPP,
these are the people, they are justifying failure. We are happy that we have got 41%. We are happy that because we say he's going 38%. The number of saboteurs, Jimmy, in Tinka, we are not getting. Yanaka say, hey, Zato de Okanyan so in Tiankotuma Baumia, oh, free. Gabi Ochida Kuno Dizigano. Why not show a UK? Eye bedi etuo yase ne maame ewu se ne maame na ekufu ado wo fato no mona de be wo bedi etuo no se munum story na meka kire mo san kwasiafo mo di sika no omo na nkwasiafo omakotena UK a omo de hwe omo ho why wuti se dansen abetena ho sabotiers intinka wiane ayeden Zato oke kan kwasiasem wiane ayeden na oju so nkwa na go school onkwa oju so nkwa na kasa se ai antrohwe and the director of rejection and the saboteurs. Yeah, it is not saboteurs. Modia mo. Itinka oka brofu we nyina wie nanka. Yes, sorry no person. Eh. Zato ya dio. Intia go to baba omia. Ofunche saumi. Ye nyentu mobia. Ye jinem. Munjimi mo ho ye bechichire man no. Now, we the name the proper mi dwa Mama yemfa enginem. Nyoma ekoso I will say Yamagana for Etiasie. Saboteurs. As I told you, internal to radio, TV so kasa, I am moti. A Roland Walker, who me assure say ukuta some exceptional EABA, utwiti, because I could say, and 41% of the direction of the election. Saboteurs. Saboteurs. It is saboteurs. Saboteurs. Maningine no Jimmy. And I did a mayor hello. Nam say, Nam say, and this is winning power and come yeah. Oh dear. Saboteurs. Also, tried the Children School, or tried the market. Now, what TV so saboteur. Saboteur. Oh, was that all? Asumaka Crayente. And as soon as the director of
this morning that we have confirmed from the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that His Excellency Dr. Mahama got 41% in the last election. Confirmed from the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that His Excellency Dr. Mahama got 41% in the last election. And that any other thing said that is a big lie. Confirmed from the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that His Excellency Dr. Mahama got 41% in the last election. And that any other thing said that is a big lie. Confirmed from the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that from the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that His Excellency Dr. Mahama got 41%. From the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that His Excellency Dr. Mahama got 41% in the last election. And that any other thing said that is a big lie. And I am happy that he got the 41%. Because today, if you see the number of saboteurs in the NPP, the number of saboteurs in the NPP, the number of saboteurs in the NPP, the number of saboteurs in the
wait. Now, most media general, the multi says, "No, about my Tom Scam and say, why are they? Quasi idea way saboteurs." when you saw me for and you saw almost Ghana. Now we jina ni penny mo so ochra if you think these things you are saying is going to convince we Ghanaians omni nyansa to say hey we die the oka nyansa inti ansan fama to me and some fama baomia oje say eno na be say obi adwene inti nanka we nyina no ne kura ne sen yankoto abama baomia saw me na mo jesi agimi ohu na mo me kwa enim na medwedwa bibi mu nkira mu ya start ya no aka 7 minutes na about 9 o'clock. Ede na mente ya nipa bi atete omo keka me so mente ye amanfo bi edidi matema me kura mente obi case because amanfo be pro amanfo no mo de mu nim bibi. Let me say hello to Ekuya is on TikTok tonight. Ekuya, how far? Ekuya me ba Ghana was say me find a way bi na me fro na me shiao na me twa picture na amanfo hu se Ekuya ma ba ho. Inte Ekuya me ba Ghana I will try and meet up with you. Now we container na kwesi saying minya some investor bi ananko beso obo ma unya nice container na anka wo start with juma ni yepa Ekuya link up with my team me aso make asem ni Ekuya ndim komoda o she's always talking to my team members hey guys Ekuya text mo mama ni official adama be read message na Mr. P Mr. S okay now One Love Boy is live on TikTok TJ is also watching me tonight. Thank you very much TJ. Akwe Dawa is watching me this evening on TikTok. Rosleto is live here. Atu is watching Kevin Taylor and Ghost Team this evening. I can also see Sauti watching me live on TikTok. On YouTube, no, Desmond is watching me. Facebook, Ni is live on Facebook. Abubakar is live tonight. Ruby is live. Millicent is watching me this evening on YouTube. Also, Rahina is live on Facebook. Rashmel is live on YouTube tonight. Also, Mihu Obitisa Rosemary Bonnie, Bernard watching me. Daniel Haruna Muhammad is live on Loud Talents TV tonight. Also, Mihu Obitisa Pell. I can see Empress Yasmin watching me this evening. Yvonne is live here. Amina Jibril is watching Kevin Taylor and the Ghost Team. I can also see Faustina Potter watching me. I can see Aqua Hagen live on Loud Talents TV this evening. Joyce Nogby is watching me this evening. Obitise Cypher K is live here. Good evening to Mohammed Stephen. Good evening to Gabriel. Good evening to Katri Philip. Good evening to Rauf. Good evening to Joanna N. Kwe. Good evening to every single person. Noah Alawe is watching me. Adam Abubakar is watching me tonight. We have 4 minutes to officially start tonight's show. Also, Harry is watching me. Simon is watching me live tonight. Nano, Smile, Theophilus is watching me this evening. I can see Ajoma, my love, watching me. Good evening to Ajwa. Good evening to Mahima. Good evening to Norris Jamara. Also on TikTok, Pastor Bill is live on Loud Silence TV. On TikTok, TikTok, Kevin Taylor _WADR. Kevin Taylor _WADR. Tupac Shakur is watching me tonight. Shakur is watching me this evening. Andrews watching no. Tupac Shakur, the Dianka say Andrews watching. And Diallo Badano or Boise, the whole area he controls. Andrews watching Tupac Amaru, the Shakur. All right, Ohima Raf is watching me live on TikTok tonight. Lady Z is also live here. Thank you very much, Lady Z. Also Empress is watching me. And Nelka9 is live on TikTok this evening. Ghost Sun is watching me this evening. Samson is live here. Musa Aki Ola is watching me. M1 said TikTok is still on. Yeah, the TikTok, yeah, 7 minutes, no more year free. So, minimum the SEO. Hey, Manu, Uncle Fonka report me, I say year free. So TikTok for another mind enjoy kakra and be free so I out of here. Also I can see a user Fira is watching me this evening. Also Ertonam is watching me. Samuel is live here. Zanana is watching me this evening. BKK Segla is live. 3 minutes to 9. Nana and Cyrus watching me. Also Mihu Obi to say or didn't be watching me this evening. I really appreciate every single person who's made time to watch me tonight. My name again is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. Matitin Sam Nankofoki Kansam Takila Tupac Shakur, the Tequila man, Shakur, Tupac Shakur, Andrews Boachi, Shakur in Obuasi in the Obuasi, yes, Tupac Shakur, Tequila Shakur. Hey, Tequila. Takila lady anyam na meka yo amanfo ne se menka nka ho into mo se menka se Shakur gwamenka Tequila Shakur Tequila Andrews Boache to Park Shakur. Aqua near there. All right. Thank you very much, team. All right. Okay, so my team, they're telling me, all right. Ekuya has been texting. We have been seeing her message time to time on TikTok. All right. So, Ekuya, you've been in contact with my team. They're going to talk to you about location, our person audio container, and see the kind of container our pay and the assistance you need. We'll try and get some people to help you to also put your business together. And Ekuya, remind my team. They will remind me. Anytime about Ghana, I'll tell my team to link up with you. And then, I can meet you in Ghana. Near your picture. Ekuya. Thank you very much, Ekuya. All right. Now, Mama yan fansha so na yen ko enim udwa kwa and dey utumi nya ho hwe. All right. Also a place you have to visit. Asemo. A very good friend of mine took a DNA test today. Ne papa nya ne papa. Enye izo. The person just sent this to me. I'll call you. I'll try and call you. And then Nezio, the papa wa bruchiro. Also when you kakra would be 30 years, almost 35 years. The papa kwa bruchiri. I would say the papa fitting kwa bribnya na mameka sa the papa ni. And no ko take tester. DNA ni says 0.000. Just say emfa humpo ye nya 1% impo. Edium. Message na Popin so akoshe abroche di anka meka ba meka bia na omohu. Vizo. I'll call. Ne papa kweshema Europe. Ne papa Europe. Sisi nkwa abram nyina ne papa sama. And okoye paternity your DNA test. And it's terrible. The person just sent this to me. It's terrible. It's a very tough situation. Emma, and papa. Depends when you knew. Almost 30s. So yeah, I think so. Hey, Mr. P, Mr. S. And is how. Let me straighten something here. Nah, to me and so. Okay, right. Now, this is something I'm a person ubia and it's got to do with petrol prices in Ghana. Petrol prices, and petrol, diesel, and LPG prices to drop again between 1.26% to 2.3%, 1.97% to 2.10%, and 3.10% to 5.09% respectively. In Sesiano, petrol, diesel, LPG, yes, I bet so. Makacha say abina money see the wonderful work Tor the CEO of Tor, exceptional guy. And I have said, we need exceptional people to take exceptional role to do exceptional things. And you see, all the young people are energy nano in terms of crude, refinery, storage, energy. The energy minister himself, John Abujinapo, very young guy, dynamic guy, hardworking guy. The guy who is in charge of BOST, very young, eloquent, smart guy, very smart, pragmatic, and you see the way tall. And the Omuye Juma go to BOST, another young, fantastic young man, very precise in his work, very diligent in his work. You have no fault with people like that. They are working diligently. These are people who are quiet but putting in the work. Go to NPA, HDD Tamaklo. See the exceptional. So you can see, John Mahama's selection of people to basically to be doing some specific job, and not just Busremuka. It's a lot of thinking went through it. And I'm so happy, all the people, John Mahama, especially the energy sector, the front, they have not disappointed the president. From NPA to BOSS to TOR, all the way to the energy minister, you could see an exceptional growth in the energy sector. Into Usha, all these young people, and all these people are not noisy. They are very quiet and they are focused on their job. Take your time and go back and check the numbers and check the records. And these are people, if we are able to hold them well, we are able to guide them, They might make mistakes along the way, or they might hit blocks, but it does not mean our competence level is low. See what is happening. For a very long time, Tema Oil Refinery, no Mutumi Refinery Oil, today, under the leadership of the lawyer who is leading them, Tema Oil Refinery is refining. And you know the funny thing? They are going to expand their production. The probability say petrol and to mean cost too much BMO, it is very, very high. And this is the kind of governance we have been talking about all these years. And yet they didn't hatred, no. So then it is your problem because the people are seeing it. So as we speak today, petrol go from, diesel go from, gas go from, and we are seeing the impact. So all these young people, they have excelled exceptionally. So far, we have seen, say, if they are given the room, they are given the years, they are given the chance to work, these young people will not disappoint Ghana. Because I think, say, they all understand, say, John Mahama, legacy, Opesa Olivi, for a very long time, they are all ready to protect and to make sure John Mahama lives up to expectations. In Tutumu, say, all the front, Tor, Bost, NPA, the energy minister himself, they are doing exceptionally well. And it is something we need to encourage. Near to Kroma and Kwasiafobi ba who they see, Yakofa dentist is on the energy minister. Yakofa Akwebi, just say, and Kwasiafobi and the Mobile Edian, Obidi, Napo knew nothing about energy. Ni akota na poso be energy minister. The ultimate say the kofa eye accountant. Yeso nko health minister. Ajima menu. Ni akofa eye den ekurase lawyer. Amwakwata yeso nko road minister. Ni akofa eye den drug peddler, weed smoker. Et say agric minister Mickey Mouse. Yeso nko agric so you could see the whole thing was just disjointed. The NPP did not have any idea about governance. It was all about you being loyal to Akufo-Addo. So when Jimmy Kwame Akufo-Addo Pewasama, he will give you something to do. And that is what, for the past 8 years, it derailed this nation. Because people who were given the job to do did not have an idea about the job. Ni anti Kroma and Akufo-Addo na agric minister ekotambo die begu nkran say nyina enfri otumfo emfa kamra nkran medi body. This shows the level of foolishness that has germinated in the foolish masses called the NPP. We are on a road, and now we are on a trajectory. It is very good. It is consistent. We are seeing people who are ready to learn, who are ready to submit themselves, who are ready to take up challenges, and people who are really making it work. And this is the kind of government I was saying. The man is very intelligent to elect young people who want to challenge themselves. Now go to Bost and see what is happening there. When was the last time you saw, say, you see, fuel are shorted to the point. Bost is basically storing and delivering. Go to NPA, Edudi Tamaklo and his people. See the change, see the face, see how today we are talking about the NPA that has a new face, a new kind of leadership that is driving. And the people can now approach NPA, call their hotlines, know what is happening, the transparency, the level of professionalism. Go to Tor, exceptional. In the history of this republic, for a very long time, we got a government that went to build a private oil refinery next to the national oil refinery. I'm talking about Senti Oil, which belonged to a Chinese, a criminal pastor, Akufo-Addo and his family. They drove past Tor and they went to build a private refinery. Are you insane? These are the same twats, foolish human beings sitting on TV telling us to say we should listen to them and give them power again. These same twats, these are the same Saumins working in Ghana and sitting on TV and radios and telling us that, oh, we are forgotten. Come and listen to us. Give us power. We are in an era where things are really happening. Things are really changing. Things are not rosary yet. We are still in the woods. But you could see it is far, far better than we allowing these clowns called the NPP to handle affairs of this nation. So we should be very grateful. We should support what we have today because they have shown, say, when we give them enough room and time, they will deliver, and they are delivering. So this is it. Petrol prices to go down again. We cannot allow the Sankwas in again. Mama, now, I want to tell you, say, things are going on because I don't have it. Okay, I have it now. The government, whether you like it or not, you can choose to create an impression, say, a buying way is not working. But you see, the good thing about now, and they say, every single person has access to information. And it makes it so good. It makes it so easy. It makes the work for us very easy. You can choose to say, Bibianko, so it is your own opinion. It is how you want to feel. It is how you want to think. And it is how you want to live. That does not mean we, the majority of the people who are rational and intelligent, we are also going to toe your line. It's not going to work like that. 1992, before time, and now Kasa peace Obi say you are the only person with information. But as I speak to you now, we can check every single thing happening in Ghana. Whether the government is working, delivering or not, we the people, we would know. When it comes to road infrastructure, this government has shown in 1 year, we have seen the development, the massive leap when it comes to tackling our road deficit in Ghana. And these are some of the things Ghana for Etukwan Omokoba, they are on their roads. They are seeing it. They see it. They see contractors on the road. They see it every day. It is not TV. So now you want to paint a picture and force people to believe her. Those people will see you say you are insane. When you sit on TikTok, when you sit on Facebook, when you sit on YouTube, now you know what Mahama. The people see you as a clown because they want you to understand. They say, and that you cannot sit there and make it look like you are intelligent than them. So they will look at you and they will laugh. Now go around the nation. The whole country is a construction site. Roads are being built. This is John Mahama, Ghana. Big push. Roads being built.
God bless our homeland. Ghana, bless our homeland. Ghana, make a nation.
All right, Ghana Roads and more. We're back on the road, and we actually stepped out today to give you a report of all the contractors who are back on road. You know, we all went for the Christmas festivities, and work has resumed. In fact, globally, work has resumed everywhere. But have our contractors hit back on the road to ensure that whatever project was happening last year is still being continued this year? Right now, I'm around the Tetekwashi roundabout, and you can see clearly that this contractor, Mahama Enterprise Limited, is back on the field and work is ongoing. So to Mr. President, to the Road Minister and the Road Ministry, Mahama Enterprise Limited, Tetekwashi roundabout motorway, he's on set. He's on location, he's on the field, and work is happening right behind me, as you can see. So, in fact, this is our first time recording from this particular spot of the motorway. We've covered the motorway extensively, but this is the first time we're covering from the Tetekwashi roundabout, and Mahama Enterprise Limited is back on the road. We're going to give you all the other major road constructions going on within Accra. Temamoto Way, Kaswa to Winneba, Dodoa, Oibi, Dodoa, Dowenya, and then we're also giving you Pokwase to Insawam. We're going to ensure that we see, or we're going to ensure that we find out if all the contractors are back on the road. And yes, Mahama Enterprise Limited is back on the road on the Tamamoto Way.
God bless our homeland. Ghana, bless our homeland. Ghana, make a nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights. God bless our homeland. Ghana, make a nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Still giving you reports on all the contractors that have come back onto the road after the Christmas festivities. You know, some people were wondering, what's up with the road construction projects? Are the contractors back on site? It's work going on. So we decided that we're going to tour all the major road constructions within Accra and let you know the contractors that are back on site. Currently, we're on the Adenta to Dodoa stretch, and Oswald Investment Limited is back on site. So work is happening seriously. Work is happening here. So the water bowser has just joined us. Work is happening over here as well. So there are some trips of sand being poured down here. This is to ensure that dust is controlled and reduced, you know, for the people in the vicinity. And this is a very good step being taken. In fact, it is a standard procedure in road construction, and it's being carried out here by Oswald Investment Limited. This is the Adenta to Dodowa stretch. We've covered the motorway roundabout, that is the Tetekwashi roundabout. We are now at Dodowa Adenta stretch, and as you can see, the contractor is back on site. Like I said, it is happening this way. It is happening this way as well, and clearly work is ongoing for Adenta to Dodowa stretch. We're moving on to another location to show you what's happening. Are the contractors back on site? We are going to make sure, you know, this Ghana Roads and More. Big shouts to Editor Zekins, Legend, and Sat. We're still hitting the road.
God bless our homeland, Ghana. Bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Hey, God bless our homeland, Ghana. Bless our homeland, Ghana.
This is the Dodowa Afienya Dowenya stretch, and the contractor is back on site. Like I said, we're doing a report on all the contractors that are back on site after the Christmas break. And we've seen Maripoma, we've seen Oswald Investment Limited on the Adenta Dodowa stretch, and we've seen him, Oswald Investment Limited, again on the Dodowa Afienya to Dowenya stretch. So that is work happening behind me. So with this one too, we say, present sir. We're moving on to the next location to show you whether or not the contractor is back on site. Come with us.
God bless our homeland, Ghana. Bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Hey, God bless our homeland, Ghana. Bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, able to defend.
And we're finally at the Pokwase to Nsawam Road, and over here too, the contractor is on site. So on behalf of the contractor, I say Maripoma Enterprise Limited, present sir. Contractor is on site and work is ongoing this very minute. As you can see, the water bowser just, you know, sprayed water on the floor to reduce the dust. And so dust is really being controlled over here. And behind us too, work is ongoing. Some compaction is happening on the other side. I see some concrete works happening at this side as well. And so, yeah, what we sought to capture, we have captured, and we are presenting it to you. Honorable Road Minister, the Ministry of Roads and Highway, Mr. President, your contractors are on site after the Christmas break. And so this is it. For Accra, the main roads within Accra, Pokwase to Nsawam Road, Temamoto Way, Dowenya Afienya, Adenta Dodowa, contractors are on site. And so this is it. And this is what we sought out to do and we have done it. Thank you very much. We're moving on to the next spot, and we'll let you know, and we'll let you see what's happening there as well. But for Pokwase to Insawam Road, contractor is back at the site.
God bless our homeland, Ghana. Bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Hey, God bless our homeland, Ghana. Bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of our rights.
I am in Kaswa, so this is the Kaswa to Winneba stretch, and I'm happy to announce that NAC Fairmont is back on site and has even started working. So on behalf of NAC Fairmont, I say, NAC Fairmont, present, sir, Mr. President, Road Minister, Ghanaians, they are back on site. As we speak, I'm standing inside, I'm standing on the coal, right? This was done last night. Very fresh and still sticky. Very, 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 very fresh. It was done last night. So clearly, the contractor is back on site and work has resumed assiduously. They're doing some measurements down there. And as we proceed, I'm definitely sure we're going to meet them up there as well. But this is it. Just so you know, NAC Fairmont is also back on site. Kaswa to Winneba stretch is covered. A motorway is covered. MEL, that's Maripoma Enterprise Limited. Pokwase to Insawam is covered. Maripoma Enterprise Limited. Dodoa to Adenta is covered. That is Oswald's Investment Limited. Dodoa to Dowenya Afienya is also covered. Oswald Investment Limited has done that one as well. So it is what it is. Report is complete within the Greater Accra region. We'll be stepping out to other regions. This is it. So keep your eyes on the road and expect more from Ghana Roads and more. Eddie Dazekins is here. Lenyes is here. Sat is also here.
All right, the gentleman you heard, his name is Arnold. Mr. P, get me his official YouTube name, and then I can put it out there for people to subscribe to his channel on YouTube and also follow his daily and weekly updates on the road construction in Ghana. Indeed, this is what the government is doing, and this goes to the ministry, the roads minister. These are people you need to basically help. He's basically reporting on things or on projects that you and I, majority of Ghanaians, we cannot see on daily basis. And there's a lot of money that goes into this. Traveling around with your crew, eating, the inconvenience, the accommodation, and all that. And I'll advise the roads minister that in fact, invite this man and his team, sit with them and tell them that, you know what, we want to make you the official PR platform for all the road construction that we are having in the country. So give us a budget. We're going to help you guys. We're going to give you one pickup, travel around the nation, make sure you cover every single thing. Whatever is not going right, to put it out and let us know. Then we will also reach out to the contractors if they slow down or they stop working or whatever happens. This is what we do, because the people want to be part of the governance. The people want to be updated every day. The people want to be part of this president and what he's doing. So I will advise the roads minister to invite this Arnold guy and his group, his crew, to a meeting, and that what he can do is basically support his production so that they can tell Ghanaians what they are seeing on the ground and what we are missing. This will be one of the best things any government has done. So, Mr. Roads Minister, this is a simple thing to do. I know you can have put up a budget for this gentleman, and then just help him, support his production. He's not doing this for himself. He's updating you and I. I am in the United States of America. If it wasn't for Arnold, I wouldn't know what is really happening on the ground. Even though I know work is ongoing, I wouldn't know what is happening daily. And this Arnold guy, Ghana Roads and more, That's his YouTube channel. You are a Ghanaian living in the diaspora or wherever, you can follow his channel every single day. You can go there and follow how the road construction is ongoing. If you're in America, Asia, Europe, and the Americas, in Africa, everywhere you are, you should follow his platform, his page on YouTube. Subscribe. Right now, he has 2.64K subscribers. I think we should do about 10, 20, 30, 40,000 subscribers within a week. And we are ready and willing to help Ghana know who this gentleman is and the good work that he's doing for Mother Ghana. His name or his channel on YouTube is Ghana Roads and More. Ghana Roads and More. At Ghana Roads and More. You can follow him. Subscribe. Go there right now. Take a minute. Go there. Go subscribe and come back and watch the show. If you are also watching on TV, you can pick your phone, subscribe to this channel, Ghana Road and More. He will be updating us every single day, and that is what we need so that we, living here in the United States, we can also come and update you. When he does the job, we will bring it here. We will show to you for you to know the progress this government is doing when it comes to road infrastructure. The big push is ongoing. Ghana is changing. John Mahama, the president, said Ghana is a construction site. In the next 10, 12, 15, 16, 22, 41 years, Ghana will be a solid nation with better roads. Road accidents will be a thing of the past. People will not die anyhow. We will be proud of ourselves and we will remember John Mahama and the NDC government for years. We will stay with them and stick to them and make sure they do the right thing. We will have to criticize them when they go wrong. Do make sure that they do the right thing and also keep them in power for years. So just subscribe to this channel. Let us move on. Thank you very much, team. Thank you for bringing this in. Now, you might did that. You know, I bending a casacholi, mammy, fucker, cranguso. We teen and I show rough. Maybe my fee, mammy. We are a suchari for we. A more day. A suchari. Yay. A suchari for we, no. Omode. A ya ponko bidding omode a petipet. A suchari. Ghana military for Ghana. Omodom ko kwada question. They be amakati Ghana military say much we deny. I am mama yan fan coma labs no mo fanye e medical weed. I am amon shino. Ghana military I don't penny weed. Na me say esuchare for weed. Omo di ponko toilet no. I am ko Ghana military for also Ghana military no. Ghana soldier for no omo wo eye ponko a omo ye soldier for ponko. Inti omo ko toilet na na mu hu di omo nye. Inti ana esuchare we farmers na beje. No mo di apete so ai esuchare we. Good evening to Ghana military. Good evening to the CDS of Ghana military, a very solid man. Since he took over, we have seen progress, right? Recently, he talked about the housing project they are putting together for the Ghana military, the armed forces, which is quite interesting. We are all very excited about this project. We will be looking and watching, and we know with his experience and also his commitment, Ejuma Waye Abedu this point, and I know he's going to leave a legacy. And when he talks about housing, he will make sure the housing problem with the military, it is solved. The CDS has been there. He's an experienced man. And he's one person that you wouldn't get anything to say about him because he has gone through the mill. And he is somebody, a problem, I let him know. He will try and solve it. It's very, very important. On the propaganda CDS, our mobile pombu news, this guy comes in and we are seeing the changes in our military. And this is something that we all should be happy about. Now, Mama Yanko, and there is CNN story about it, and say President John Dramani Mahama sets up and chair 13-member presidential advisory group on the economy. And the President of the Republic, Asama Efri Jubilee House, Flagstaff House, Abanana say, President Mahama, Apa Nipa, Edu Edia Miensa 13, or no any chairman, Ewosa, group wimu. Now, Omujuma is simple. Omujuma say, Sam in Penny4 Watton Safro me, do dwelling in MDC, Omunya NDC for. Omo ye mpinifo o ma wedra ewo den nyansa ye de kekere manmu e ba sika samon toto ye e ba economy e ba sania ye be ye we sei ye de we betu ha Mr President sebio ye de yatena ye de ye ho sebio ye adwuma abedum pempenso bia ye nim sania oman ye bu no intended president tena ase no so da bi we enya politics asem we enya me party for asem we enya nipa bi a menim no we ye nipa ye nim sede omo betumi aye ni a omo experience wom into a power nipa nkwa 13 na sa nipa 13 no onyabotre one ne government ne vice president ene eye omo a one omo tena se cabinet adwene huhu se we mu de obehia omo ene omo di omo nyansa bebe kan nyansa ho na omo akyekere man eba eman sika sɛ totoye eye economy no sɛne ya omo ankasa ewo suatre ene suahunu ehu sɛ dabi we die esua ho ade yenim sɛ ye de sɛ ye beboa ye de sɛ ye nda ebenya ho faso ye de sɛ adaache ebenya ho faso saa nipa edumiensa ena president apa omo so omo nyina mra na saa nipa yi wotete omo din a wotum sɛ ampa President Mahama onim de oye we ye mpanifo a Ghana ewiase nyina obo mu din a yeka sɛ we mu. And the good thing about the people are, well, Opa and as the people he has basically Eddie Omaka sa group these are all accomplished men and women. These are people who can criticize the president in his face. These are people who can say, I'm not agreeing with you, Mr. President. Mr. President, this is wrong. These are people who can criticize the president. So the president has always wanted people who can look in his face and tell him, Mr. President, this should be done this way, and this should be done this way. And it's now President Mahama of our Professor Nano Poku Ajiman. President Mahama wanted somebody who can look in his face and say, Mr. President, with all your experience and with all the things you are doing, I believe, I also think, I suggest, and the president will look at the person, look at the person's background, look at the credibility of the person and think the same lines with the person. And then President Mahama, he did not just sit down and elect just a vice president. He elected somebody or chose somebody he will respect and who he admires the contribution and intelligence. Now look at this. These are the people at John Dramani Mahama, Aton and Sa Apawamo. These are exceptional people who have carried themselves well. We're in your party fanatics. We're in your party gurus. We're in your party raccoons. These are people who are self-made. They work the hard way, learn the hard way, have experience. These are people you cannot just look in their face and say, because we're down for your politician. These are people who can walk away and say, if you don't want to take my idea, if you don't want to respect me, I am not a beggar. I am somebody who is coming to contribute to the development of this nation. And that is what I like about this group. Now, when you look at the group, Professor Nana Poku Ajiman, Her Excellency, and a bohonum, no fair, besia, no trap or cabrofo focus. South can focus. Sanya didn't say, Brofonaka a focus. Professor Nando Pokuajima, the Kofas after that, so him the credentials, her experience, her humility, and how even at her age, the energy she carries every single day, this vice president is doing something, meeting people, sharing ideas, encouraging. Recently, I saw her speak on the National Youth Employment Program, saying that she thinks, she believes, or say this is a vice president who sits back, analyze before she speaks. This is not a vice president who is a junkie like the one we know, who is a comedian like the one we know, who only starts to speak ja or nya anytime he sees the crowd clapping. This woman is not swayed by that, because Professor Nano Pokuajima wako we share onim our experience. There's nothing that can basically surprise her or make her go off track. On tesa ba akuna wa ese koliko da owu se nkora abogye ne so anoke kan kwase asem ba ben no daddy ba omi daddy ba ben no. Professor Nano Pokuajiman is the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Very, very known woman with all the accreditation and respect. She is part of this group that is going to change the economic fortunes of this nation. Well, Obidi said, Mr. Kwame Pienim. We all know Mr. Kwame Pienim, or your economist and private sector leader when it comes to or a former member of Page. So everybody knows Mr. Kwame Pienim. Or your MPP Nimbapa. In fact, Tamana Mame wono, Nana Mami Sebio, Mr. Kwame Pienim, Nana Mami Sebio, ne hi omukakra. In the time, na okudene ko hospital ko na entuma or nam kwaso ekoworo MPP ntuma na de man Mami twa anmu. In the time, na ye wo Kwame Pienim no, na ye MPP ntuma na ye wo no to so. Into or MPP Nimbapa. Nipa na oje na owo de fe no Kwame Ata. Na sa Kwame Ata no, ni nua ba ata energy na ata eje na wo nti fe no ataya ono na je Mr. Kwame Pienim awo no papa na ye chairman e was South Central so enti Kwame Pienim no o ya MPP ni in and out, and so and the John Mahama say he does not care about his background. All that he wants is his wisdom and what he can bring on board to help this nation recover from our economic misery. It is not about your political affiliation. It is not about your tribe. It is not about your religion. It's about what you know. These are men and women with integrity. These are people who are not coming there because some foolish person said, come and join us and come and do propaganda. No, this is a solid team that is intelligent. This is not NDC team. This is Ghana team. We and your friend Black Stars, no. So Black Stars, Black Star now. This is the Black Stars. We mono your free baby, your free background bia, your free baby munti. Okay, Black Star now. Any. Now the third person is Mr. Ishmael Yamson. Every single person, or a private sector leader, a former member of Page. This is also another man, or you're well known about his credibility. You cannot touch it. He has comported himself and also very intelligent when it comes to economic issues. These are people, and most of them are MPP, some are CPP, some are KKK, and some are NDC. That is what we want, a government that will come and respect every single person's ideas. Bring them on board and say, let's build. It is not about where you are from. It is about Yenchimba and how we are going to get things done. So this is not an economic team. This is a Ghana team. This is a Ghana team that is coming to work for Ghana. So this is not comedy. This is not the economic management team. This is a Ghana team. This is a team that is willing to dedicate the rest of their lives to help change the lives of Ghanaians economically. Now, number 4, Professor Priscilla Chumesi Bafo, university professor and academic researcher, very solid woman, good background. Every single thing about this woman is perfect. Go and read about them. These are people who just didn't make it to the places they are just on a silver platter. They worked hard. They are intellectually sound. They know what they are doing. These are not pushovers. Ultimate say, we the because we are MP, on MP. Or minister, or opposition. She just wants to come on board and contribute to the development of the nation. And these are things that we are not supposed to play with. John Mahama is doing something. John Mahama is basically, he's intertwining the nation. Because intertwiner, or pimpama shishema or the obia efra, or my ekrowe, we are starting to believe in ourselves irrespective of where we are coming from, what we believe in, and the group or the kind of group we are with. John Mahama is trying to put Ghana on what we call the secular system, whereby everybody respects everyone. Everybody believes in everyone. Everybody, at the end of the day, will look at people and look at what they bring, their expertise and the intelligence. Right now, John Mahama dey kosa level, no? Yeni real level bima, enye cocaine level, enye Jimmy, are you loyal to Ekufuado? Are you loyal to Bamti? Do you like Gabi Ochedakon? No, we have crossed that stage. We have gotten to that Ghana team, Ghana level, patriotic level, people who at the end of the day want to help. You come to my OG, Dr. Kobna Dufour, solid. Bank of Ghana, Bank of Ghana, Kobna Dufour did the job. NDC, economic policies. Papa Eba Gade, this man is exceptional. He's an economist. He's a government specialist. He's everything. And you cannot mention economy. You cannot mention Kobna Dufour. You cannot say you are talking about the economy without mentioning Kobna Dufour. Apart from everything, he's a shark brain when it comes to the economy. These are men who are not coming in for your money. They have their money already. These are billionaires club. These are billionaires who want you to be billionaires. These are people who want you to make money. These are people who want to see their grandchildren grow up in a country where everyone can get access to wealth. Everyone can be proactive. Everyone can be productive. Everyone can at least live in a country and not travel outside the nation to become a slave. They are doing this for their grandchildren, you and I, for us to have a better nation. So they don't owe us anything. They've got nothing to lose. All that they want to do is to sacrifice to change the destiny of this nation. That's why you see Dr. Kobna Dufour representing here. He's an exceptional man, all respected all across, and we know he's going to put a lot into this. Mrs. Abena Amwa, Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Stock Exchange. Solid woman. And if you know this woman, go back and read about her. One of the few women who, when it comes to stock exchange economics and also being very vocal and being very strategic when it comes to analyzing and deliberating on economic issues. These are people who know what they are doing. These are not just political affiliates. And no, these are people. And I know the president really struggled to get these people on board because these are people who, at the end of the day, if they don't join politics or they don't show up in anything, nobody's going to do anything to them. But I think because of the respect and what they have seen the president doing, because of what they experienced in the years, the trauma we went through the last 8 years, and how they see the country developing quickly, they have all decided to say, you know what, We don't give a heck. We want to help. That is why right now it has become a patriotic agenda. Everybody is helping. Everybody knows, say, if we all push the president and this government, we will all succeed. That's why you're having all these professionals. You don't normally hear about them. They are in their corner. And they all stayed in their corner. Because all my ideas, somebody might shoot them. Somebody might victimize them. Somebody might put them in a place where it's going to be difficult for them to, at the end of the day, survive. So they all stayed back. By now, they are like, you know what? It's about time we all came out to help this nation. This is a Ghana team. We all know the almighty Togbe Afedi. Almighty Togbe Afedi, an economist, a private sector man. He's done everything. When it comes to business, somebody you cannot pass by when it comes to entrepreneurship. It is Togbe Afedi. He's in there. He's in there, and you cannot pay Togbe Afedi. He's the only person about Council of State or Council salary monje. He is okay. He has lived a good life, and he's going to live on the good life till he dies. But he wants his children, his grandchildren, to grow up in a country whereby they will not also be slaves. Going to Saudi Arabia, going to Dubai, going to Italy, going to Germany to go work like slaves. They want to build this nation for the nation to, at the end of the day, absorb its own citizenry, its own children, and make them better. And that is why Togbe Afedi are showing faces here. We have Professor Patience Esiwe Abo. If I got your name wrong, madam, I'm very sorry. Professor Patience Esiwe Abo. She is also university professor and academic researcher. So the woman, and I'm so happy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women. Nipa 13, 5 women. Man, we have professors in there. I'm so excited seeing these people. I'm so excited. Like, I didn't know we had people like this. I know they can help. I'm so excited to see this. And you see, we have to start from somewhere. We have to start from somewhere, and that's where we are starting from. And I'm so excited. When I see this, I get so excited. This is what we have been wanting all these years. This is what we have been asking for, young people. We need those who have the experience to voluntarily come and say, we want to add our little experience to help the young ones develop. That's all. That's all. We know these people, we cannot pay them for them to become billionaires. They are already self-made people. But at this point, the selflessness, the patriotism is there. They want to help. Let us allow them to help. And I'm not doing same kind. We have somebody like Sir Sam Jonah. Sam Jonah, Sam Kanwaha. Akwara one and the who Sam Jonah is. They know his background. They know that Sam Jonah has sat on one of all the big tables around the world to discuss business, economy, discuss progression when it comes to people changing economies. Sam Jonah has been there. Sam Jonah is not new to this. Sam Jonah just wanted to help. At a point, Elizabeth Ohine and the rest who are political pigs went after somebody like Sam Jonah because he was telling the Bawumia Ekufuado drug addicts that the way they were steering the nation wasn't right. Sam Jonah wasn't being political. Sam Jonah was being critical. But Elizabeth Ohine and Enufu said tabono. And then in Kwasi Assembly politics they fail to listen to people like this. Sam Jonah does not do politics. Even though he votes, he has not been an active political person. So when people like this come out and start speaking and saying that we are struggling, help us, we want you to do things this way, it's not because they hate the government, it's because they want things to be done right. We have Sam Jonah here. We all know Sam Jonah, private sector leader and also an industrialist. So we have solid people in this group. We have somebody like Miss Nana Oye Mansa Yeboah. She is a former deputy minister of finance and deputy minister for trade. So this woman is packed. She used to be a deputy finance minister, a deputy trade minister. This woman is a whole package. And people like this sitting on an advisory board to help guide the president and the country's economy, we are good. We are safe. These are people who have seen it all. And at the end of the day, they are not coming in because they want to leave a mark. They want their names to be placed on things that their grandchildren will grow and come here and be proud of. That is why they have decided to do this. And this is what has to make us believe, say, Ghana is on a new track. Now we have the inclusive Ghana. The Ghana that is bringing women, men, people from different backgrounds together to build. And this is what we need. At a point, we wouldn't even concentrate too much on who is going to lead Ghana. It will all be a collective thing. So the president will just be a symbol. And that is what John Mahama is creating. He wants to create a Ghana whereby it is not going to be about we need one person to lead us for everything to change. It will be a Ghana whereby the system will be running by itself and that a leader will be sitting there and be doing basically nothing. All that the leader will be doing is basically overseeing what is happening. So they are all coming together to make sure, tweak things for Ghana to get into that level or get to that level whereby it is cruising by itself. And these people have the expertise. And when we pick the resumes of these people, you know we are not joking. These are experienced, these are people with credibility. That's what I want to say. Now, the next person is Atto Brown. He's a former World Bank infrastructure specialist and agribusiness investor. This is a solid man. Former World Bank infrastructure specialist and agribusiness investor. These people have been there. Can you compare the Sankwas to these people? And the funny thing is, these are not political colors. This is Ghana. This is Black Stars. The last person is Dr. Henry Kofi Yampa, former governor, Bank of Ghana. Solid guy. Solid guy. And if you don't know about this man, go and read about him. His name is Dr. Henry Kofi Yampa. Go and read about him. Solid guy. He delivered. When you go to Bank of Ghana, if you go check the books of Bank of Ghana, he's one of the governors changing the face of Bank of Ghana. And these people are not political. These people are not like we want to be MPP or NDC to now live comfortably. These people are living comfortably. All that they want to do is that this country should be, at the end of the day, should be a country where it's worth living in. So when you see people like Dr. Henry Kofi Wampa all coming on board to say we want to help, then it means that this is a clarion call. Everybody is bringing their little knowledge, little wisdom, little patriotism to make sure Ghana gets to that point where let's support John Mahama, let's support this government, and I trust me. Well, the decision we have made, if we stick to this decision for the next 41 years, Ghana will be a place we will be proud of each other. We will be proud of ourselves. We will be proud of the nation. So this is a 13-man a year advisory group on economy. John Dramani Mahama, the president, you almost say Omumbabwa na yenchichiri on my way. All right. Now.
So when you come kokoda se wo hwe na wani nkum so a coalition center na kobo electoral commission for ho baye den eman se wani kuma kokoda se wo hwe na wani nkum so a coalition center na kobo electoral commission for ho baye den eman.
Yeah, Jinem, tonight we have so much on the table. It's exactly 9:45 p.m. in Ghana. It's 4:45 p.m. in the United States of America, East Coast time. Now, yeah, baby, now let me spend 2 minutes on this matter. 2 minutes on the travel ban issue. And right now, I know 90% of Ghanaians, we all know what's going on. U.S. visa pause does not affect short-term travel for Ghanaians. Ambassador Victor Smith. Now, Metimaka say, Oba ambassadors are the embassy are a swift. Better 2 embassies in the world, in ambassadors who are doing exceptionally well. I know of the US and also the UK. And the kind of complaints are not Ghana for, it was from the US and the UK. And for some time now, Ambassador Smith Baye, Madam Zita echo the UK. You have seen, say, professionalism, abedu the level Ghana for are all satisfied. Obviously, they are not getting things perfect, but we can compare this performance. Yeah, they compare what was happening before. It looks like Papa Wushan Kumamno. Now say hono, say na onwangasano say honeymoon odio say you. And when you come back here, Mami ano hai Mahama, sa Mami ano ye Ekufuado ambassador no krumha. Ono no to me pon kenkan chro. Ono de no kenkan kro on tiasie. Ono na kenkan po on tiasie. That woman left her post 1 year before Ekufuado free office. 2023 no free krumha. Ghana no TZ. So you could see the difference. And now Ghanaians can tell you, and the offer Ghana embassy in US and DC and New York, they will pick up. They will talk to you. They might not even be able to help you instantly. But majority of the time, but at least somebody talks to you. You see people who are working for you, and it is exceptional. We need to praise these people. They have the experience. You see, Victor Smith has been there before. He understands. He understands customer service. He understands how an embassy should work. And we are seeing progress. Yamaya 41 years. Everything will be good. We are seeing progress. This is just 1 year. Now, the ambassador has spoken. And I'm saying it is America for the assembly beto. Let me spend 2 minutes because Sebio echo your kwasia and asema beto wono wonti asia obeka say Ghana for ntumi tukwa nkwa abrochiri echire Sebio kwotisa and echire bia we jimijimi a ebia wo yare ba 1% nipa behu echire wankasa ne oyire ene obi da wo Ghana a sebia wo gina phone so nwumre bia ebusa oyire say hena okoye and obeka say sa asem we complicated echire obi di wo yire e wo Ghana abra wonim a untumi nko Ghana a sisi na hyehyehye wo ho a unim se oyire nnafie ekire wa unim South America wo yire nnafie obi di oyire wo Ghana na wo TikTok eco school inti wagimi inti untumi ntiase inti ba sana na ensem nchechim na edin na ma menjudwom simple. Ambassador Baba Nchabeka say US visa pause does not affect short-term travel for Ghanaians. Now, when you look at this, it was clear. Almost say US to suspend immigrants visa processing for 75 countries, including Ghana. Nigeria from January 21st. You see US, a minor, taking a decision. And that decision is against 75 nations around the world. So if it's against 75 nations, why does it have to look like Ghana could the US bonnet and the Ghana Abeka group we? The US and I'm saying they are taking a decision, and that decision is in the interest of the United States of America. And the decision is that they want to pause this nipa kuobi our category bim because person America and sana mama kwine say sa nipa kuobi betuma ba America. That's it. Ghana and the US attempt. Ghana and the US are fine. Ghana diplomatically, Ghana is one of the biggest allies on the planet right now. To US. What is so exceptional about this? Unless you are stupid, unless you say, okay, can I want to see unless you crasini or force on so when you be a chebi out your control no be do you Ghana and then also so die unkofio so won't be ma and out here so I do it. I say so die Emma okay can kwasi asem a chere we Jimmy and now ebi akwati sa and a won't wonka. Now yawa immigrant visa. And your non-immigrant visa, it speaks for itself. It's self-explanatory. You can be an immigrant or be a non-immigrant. It's simple. Non-immigrant, eba for short stay. Immigrant, eba for a longer stay. You see, pause there, the abano. Omwa, ebi to say, o maame, wa file amano, or betina ha che, abeji green card, ababe a citizen. O yerebi, o beso de ba, wa file amano, or betina ha, aji green card, abe a citizen. Obu ha, or ba school, or betina ha, aye juma, abeji document. Sanko fono, a long term, omo apply for immigrants, their status. You are non-immigrant. Oba Ghana, Oba US, abeshe a World Cup, no asako. Into US for one brom diaba no say almost a category numa ebi okofo maame aba okofo bra aba okofo yera aba okofo nua bi aba mana betena ha abaye paperwork atinem ache abaje ebi citizenship wo ha no almost say process no almost the halt atoso kakra almost hwehwe nwomem na mo a mo besa mo ko US ko hwe World Cup no it does not affect you finito e kire we Jimmy Echire we Jimmy, echire wo ti America do obi di oyire wo Ghana, untumi nda anadwu bia oni digina phone so. Ya bebe echire ni nyina abotre. Echire ya bold ya na wonim se wo ankasa uwu inside. O pro. Echire wo sofo aka acho se nje obewu. Echire wo ankasa wonim se sebio. O kenkan ya wonti ase. Okoti so na wonim nyansa na wonim efu. Echire wo Jimmy for na wonti ade we ase. Simple. Do you need a PhD to understand this? It's Ghana for as simple as that. More and more person to Kwanko America as tourists. Eko here World Cup easy. US for some blockade side you can still apply. More our paper. More K1. More na more they say. Wa also babetina US. Abegin krata betina mache. Yeah, ebi kraba be citizens no. Omo na sisi as our process no ma halt no. Omo nka so omo twem. Omo so omo the pause atoso. They are doing some few things in America. Omo ria they open the floodgate. Oh how ne saying. Where is to enkoyi kasachole bebrebe echire we Jimmy echire bi obi di oyire e na esisi wo so echire bi aboy tuntum na oye adwuma e wo eyi no odi oyire na wehu e na wonhu de wonye wa wontumi nkofie so I won't meet and I was a diason and I did also and I will toss a cordianum. A boa or to black sheriff for yum.
Tear them down into pieces. What you figure this be? Follow me talking or gibberish. Kweku I never listen. My women say pim 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 to the one line we are taking. Every lick it in on the wish list. Talk to your baby, I love you, this thing. Nanya sana samaba. They could talk as a kweku brisamana. We're causing the trouble and we're gone. No time, I'm a talk shit about. Chocolate girl from Guyana. Jammy phone so tram in your mankasa. I see one jai maminda. Me charter plane in Ramesonisa.
Yes, small boys was for boys be do you fucking. Yeah. Me say makoma beti atom. Anadwu bia na mu gina fon so. Ya ka say and you ka say wan bantam. Wo ko sha he. Ye di wo yire go so wo se dey what TikTok usua dey aboa. Anadwu bia gina fon so ko ntokwa. Mo be gina fon so ko ntokwa baba ne anyu ya wo na chi ya wo umma na chi. Ye di wo yire wo so ya dey. O bodam anadwu bia mo na into ko hen awie you see o ba 4 o'clock eh we be ma bre we be ma for plane bre fi aboa o be na yire ya ne hanta boy to dum no obedwam eten sound no kwa na ya no sa wo hye bonk mu obi basement na sabio wo de mic esu epanyan na wo phone e bele na so me man Jimmy epanyan o de ya kro bo se o phone e bele na we awode na wo fra wo yire na e bele pa na oba penny bi ai the quantity etia ne nkwase akeka me se yenye de be ye we de we Jimmy na esi so etanyan na de ya ne se akwa ne mpa no e kumasofo mpa ne bi e kire ye de paper hye kona ansa na nye dede paper no to Echire we like kura na akwa ne pande e papa de bia na e bia na akwa ro isukumasefo mpa de bi tabo de na echire moamwa ntoma de hye ansa na dede ne maso do na we lucky na ntoma to for ma utino US utino abroche kikau we be ma kofie kwatitiatia inti asem na eno ano no I bloggers ajikakra now mumi anjudwom team stay with me team. Okay, my team, they say, team, do you want me to do this? It's fine, team, let's move on. I think we're good. So, what you answer want to? This is so good, so refreshing. Yeah, do you hear a and also Jimmy say zoo upon. Now, this is it. Moment when you jump yes, see BB LGBT and sofu moko. Now, phone said you did shire cannot to a young team for you. Me bagana and chebe 2 months time. Me bagana. Meko a Asin South. I want to meet the NDC chairman at Asin South. Menya some friends here they want to come and do some projects at Asin South because they want an NDC person to take the seat in 2028, and I'm willing to do that. Into the NDC chairman at Asin South, I want to schedule a meeting with you. I want to schedule a meeting with you so that we will discuss the way forward. All that we want to do is bring development to Asin South and end this in a bit to the Aba. And Sofu Moko, Akwawe, or say, Andra, a year, Mr. Kwachio Fosu, honorable. What's going on, team? Are we good? What is this thing of no sound? Team, are we good or it's just a distraction? Besides, Mr. P, if you see anybody write in the comment section no sound, block them. Yeah, they are distracting people. If you see anybody write no sound in the comment section anywhere, block them. Take them out. Yes, take them off. Take them off the show. Mr. P, someone will be sure no sound. When sound is better, take them off the show. If you're not getting the sound right, refresh it. That's it. Now, Kwachofo to say a year in team for your sophomoko or say or overzealous charlatan or say or cambrofo say overzealous charlatanism. Hey, Nani na saying now hey overzuka from Mikrobo. I yeni a wasa abra asebu on the theatre brofono or say sophomoko. I na funa sheshe sebentua na oye overzealous charlatanism no ye overzealous charlatanism. I say obia sebio we Jimmy kakra. Na debi opese opetre no homo bi hu se wagimi a adwene bone tare akire enti agimi mu adwene bone ene fe no overzealous charlatanism ovuzu kwachi ba ma nipa be ka de ma overzealous charlatanism eno na ovuzu kwachi dwudwom na ne nyina kosi sen sofo moko a ende wa bitre Kennedy Japan wa sin south Kennedy Japan ena ma akwa we benya MPD ye ende odiba omiechi edi Kennedy Japan atem odi asin south for atem all because na adwene ne say eye Koliko Abozege ebedi president or ye very ungrateful human being. Sibia onyankopon be poro no sa na MPP for be poro. MPP for be no sibia onyankopon be poro no it will be the same. And this is an ungrateful guy who always sits, makes things up and start to talk trash. Now, akwa we start here or say and the Ghana books na nkurani suano Oma ko one line bi wo na one line no e kire say eye de LGBTQ na male and female na word na wo no kire say ye kire nyoma bi wo school a se sia no no e Christoni enti Ghana fo nsori o onti bi da sofu moku ene ebusa ne say na sa book ya nkora na e kan no sa book yi time ben ye kire ya ende e wo school sa ye kinkan because say o se NDC for ene cultural curriculum cultural book we textbook we na nkora na ekenkan a wo sofo moko a wo ye ungrateful wo say charlatan wo ye ungrateful charlatan a zealous ungrateful charlatan wo ye dede ka che Ghana for say ai wako hu book no textbook no ene nkofo book say okay textbook na kan ho asem no now we former education minister sa book ya wo kan ho asem ye hu dede e da ban ye kiro ye hwana mo na di book we ba ya print ho question na ibusa no Mome enkotie eye sofo charlatan. Na yentie the response to this simple question. Yebusa say textbook no NPP4 time na we former deputy education minister na mo show book we na omoma go ahead na ya print and as a book we MDC for the betro ye.
Yes, but Honorable, we have seen the Minister for Government Communications say that you are being overzealous and also you get carried away. But one thing he says is that you were in government when this was introduced into the curriculum. How do you...
Sorry. Now this one is right, no sound. Now before I make a video, no, I want to explain something to you. Journalists, no, ebusa one simple question. Obusa the charlatan say, Ovosuko achi say, book na oya hu dede say enkwara isua na nyoma bi wo book di mu a eni say anka ewo mu no. Journalists ebusa na simple question say, book no na oya deputy education minister no ene ye chiro book na anase na enyebo. And now we are deputy education minister because book na nkora ni isua ni sisia no eye under NPP and as book no mo chroye and mo my instructions so mo print it and ya print book no time na mo free office ya print bi nne and this and when we bibi wo ma the question is na nya wa abreso and mo ma book we ya print edi share mu say nkora no enkenkan ade na wo ka say eye turumu no enti journalist the question na simple enya wo na mo print book no NDC as we sit here, omo printing book bia. The omo beto ya na muja ho no, eno na ye use. Inti ano so ya no saying, simple. Muna mo printing ye, mu ya no saying. Here's so betuma answer question na. Here the zealous charlatan. Listen to him.
Yes, but Honorable, we have seen the Minister for Government Communications say that you are being overzealous and also you get carried away. But one thing he says is that You were in government when this was introduced into the curriculum. How do you respond to him?
That is most arrogant. You are voted to come to power, and the parent who voted for you, whose child you have introduced LGBT elements into their teaching and learning materials, teacher manuals, and being taught that they can have sexual pleasures and feelings very absurd, and gender should no longer be about male or female, and it's about whatever they feel, and they can even feel both, and you are poisoning their minds, hundreds of thousands of these children. And we have caught you red-handed and asking you to do the right thing. You are insulting us that we are being overzealous and we are being carried away. So the millions of parents who voted for you, whose children are in these secondary schools, whose taxpayers' money they use to pay you, you are using the taxpayers' money to pay yourself and to print textbooks that are LGBT-laced and poisoned. You deliberately introduce it in. You have been caught red-handed. You have admitted you are going to find a way to remove it. And you are telling these parents that they are overzealous and they are carried away. That is the arrogance of power. This is the most arrogant height that a government can ever express. But that is what Ghana has voted for. So parents, you have voted a government in power. And you voted them who campaigned on deception that they were going to protect you from LGBT elements. Now you vote them in power, they are printed teacher manuals with LGBT promotion, and when you ask them questions, they say you are overzealous and you are carried away. If it must take us, some of us, to be the watchdogs, to be the gatekeepers, and to be vigilant and be carried away and overzealous so that we will save the generation and the mindset and the values of our young generation, the young vulnerable ones, so that tomorrow LGBT, transgender matters, these absurdities that NDC wants to introduce into the constitution as they have proposed and have already introduced into the textbooks and into the classrooms are a thing of the past. You can call us names, but other parents, many thousands and millions of parents whose children are in Ghanaian schools will also be overzealous and they will also be carried away.
Wait. Obi say Sofu Moko, o kana house them Sofu Tankwa. Sofu Tankwa. Sofu Moko, o kana house them Sofu Tankwa. A simple question, and you don't like us and the parents and what you are teaching. Wait, Jimmy, wait, both roads. He's not intelligent, and yet, he's part of a political party that is filled with foolish masses. They don't read, they don't have the brains to think, they can ask critical questions and demand reasonable answers. A journalist gives you that respect and say, honorable. And your parents who don't like you, and this is arrogance of power, and the Jimmy sa not 1990 aba. So for Tankwa, Jimmy sa a simple question, make your case. You be a mic natum, be a camera natum, make your case. So for you see, the can you say then you and you know, and the parents will be angry, and the people will be Jimmy, the names are tafre. Wait, some question someone ya tingo, also ya MP. Now we your friend honorable. We're Jimmy to break down simple things. Ni pet you, bro. Ni biti baby or say okay. This guy wants to speak on the matter he has been quacking about. Let me hear his intelligence. And you know, and we hear, and your arrogance, and we don't like this. Whereas a apatampanosa, only answer. And it's all for the foolish masses, the NPP foolish masses. Where suffer tankwa. Obi say house the money and fan you cannot suffer moku. You cannot suffer tankwa. This na ye jai de nyina say ofui we akasenti. This the same guy who was speculating lies ye kaso o mechirem na odwane akwa we anopatutu na yire na hye ne dross mano o ka say na expose cocaine at the airport ye so ombra mechirem na fum wakoshe fosu aboa won de okeka Ghana na ye ni abre na ye chichire no distraction ni Jimmy na asori kura o jire mu no me sure asori fo na Jimmy pa chen no. Because how do you allow this guy to stand in your church and preach? This guy was with Ekufuado. They had majority in parliament. He never advocated that the LGBTQ, anti-LGBTQ should be signed by Achichidiano. Because Ekufuado was power. We all said, go to Ekufuado and tell him so we nyaminipa. Why the two can when to be can Ekufuado say nyaminipa not to parliament nenum kan no ayedi. And why na funo Achiche say and chine bottle abegyina ho and you know an arrogance of power. Yes, when na chro ye o dwan. Na modwen say de beche mo. Odwen say de beche mo. Ofui achechede ne te so no. Na what parliament achechede Akufo-Addo. Sa okpochichi no time na oteso no na wo ye MP parliament ye adwuma ni nyina wie de eye paper no koma okpochichi na mote parliament mo so ma Akufo-Addo nsan na onyankopon pa obi ekuna na wo ne na mo ye den onyankopon opa obi ekuno na wo ne na mo ye den because mo anka wo se mo se mo di na adwuma so na mo ye na adwuma wo se mo ka no krono ni jimi any politics inti and wabedane sebio akoko gyanan e wo nyame anim. You look filthy. And the ones that you talk, you don't carry any credibility. People see you as a charlatan. You are a charlatan. And you are exhibiting charlatanism. Overzealous charlatanism. And then the etarawoto. Wodo honko kan kwasi afowi. Nyamesam na also di eche ye no. Wodo honko kan kromfo na ise wadane kromfo. And the asin south for wallahi ometu. Na me eko mentu anam yekusie. Me. Hey. Wodi wo. Mesemi akobedu samanje sa sit na mfiri wunsema na me yekusie onyankopon na osom no sa onyanko no meka se obetu ntosuo gu aka se metie Kevin metu opa betuma adie duro e owiase nyina akoje metu. I will take you out of parliament. Well, last parliament na wo no, this is your last parliament. Me akọ metu me odi ukode utunya ding wo ma se we kwade se nyiri chena akwara wo we afro ye kura odi unim de eba now mommy fansim yenjujum. Now there's something going on, and that thing that's going on no very funny and interesting. Now my mention, and it's about the Ghana Water Company. Yes, see, and in fact, before I do the Ghana Water Company, let me quickly talk about this, and it's got to do with transport. Yes, see, Ghana, a shame, so obia point mabenya ka akofie na wan ye ding. Enti, and the Ghana for be one crying omo kasa. Now the question you ask yourself, and I say, how did we get here? Nipa omunya ka amfo ewo Ghana and then did it start just today? Now, so I'm starting now. What are we going to do to solve the problem? Now, before I delve into this matter, I want to state this categorically. And I'm going to say this because of past experience. You see, MPP for no, and some few boys be on social media. Now, we are also going to take the fight to them because, you see, when John Mahama first, and John Mahama, time will be the president first time, year 2012, no, the NPP adopted something. And that thing they adopted was that when you are part of the Mahama administration, now you're bar. Now, maybe you have qualities maybe regular people or regular women don't have. And I mean, can say maybe you have worked hard to get to where you have to get at. What the MPP does and say, in the past, it happened to the lady and my friend Vicky Hammer. The NPP almost share people in the NDC government and they get young boys and young girls, and what they do is they deliberately decide to bully them. It happened to Vicky Hammer, a very fine lady, a very fine brain, very intelligent lady, because of how she looked, because of maybe it was something the NPP deliberately say, Sa Obano, and they had their way. They did everything possible to destroy that lady. In fact, that lady was so strong to the point where, at the point, on what to me, then building her back, whereby on social media I saw her come back put herself together, and become the woman she has always wanted to become. But you see, it has become something bigger. NPP for a year for a long time. And what they are doing now is, that's what I'm saying, sir, right now, there. First, then we were like, something, let us slide. No. They have started something on social media, and it's been started by this boy. Your friend Kojo Sheldon. This is a boy otite resting and I say Woodbridge Habibi. He lives in a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, some dirty place like that. Now, what they are doing is say the NPP people need be Amasa boys whisker. And now they want to find a way to start their Vicky Hammer strategy again. They have decided to pick on this lady who is the deputy transport minister, Dorcas Afotofi. You know, say I don't normally talk about Kojo Sheldon because I see him to be one of the daftest fool on social media. Somebody who cannot construct 4 sentences without jumping into pidgin. He is not intellectually sound to be discussed. But I feel, say, because they are leading an agenda to pick on some women and deliberately do what they did in the past, I am also going to draw the line, pick on him, pick on his wife, because it's so easy. Say right now, though, America, right now, we all know everybody's status in America. And Donald Trump, amana easy. We all know, say, Otikro mama Spanish nibi edini yire eme de akore bia hye no in his head no wa ware American niba ne buy American. We are here now for them to come together to say you know transport won some aba atwe wo Ghana, but for some reason when you go on Twitter there are some dirty boys over contracting this NPP people because of the way this woman looks, how she has conducted herself and carried herself. They have decided to pick on her because they think it's an easy sport. Now, what I want to say is say, for a long time, we gave these young boys, at least they nimuno, but we can also go after them and let them feel the heat, it's about time we made it clear, say, we are also going to take it to them and their wives and their kids. Because you have seen, say, they want to turn this social media thing into, oh, you're supported by Umia, me supported by Umia, we need to find a way to victimize people. The issue with transport in Ghana did not start today. There is a transport minister and there's a deputy. But for some reason, Sa Kojo Sheldon na ne ni twetwe wo se petuo ayase no. Be man ho tantan se de ya boni dua fa na se. A dirty fool who has gotten some dirty woman here in America to stay with. And adwene ye ne say aha ye ne territory. Sa arrest no say Woodbridge na otete no, we will take it to you. We are going to make it dirty and murkier. Senebeya, you will not be comfortable in this country. And when I say comfortable, the same way you are using social media to bully people, we will take the social media to you. And you see, this country, it do that point, we are not going to entertain foolishness again. You can stay in Ghana and fool. It's okay. And we will make sure they burn from inside. And I just say it's a deliberate thing. Now, what did this woman do? The other thing I say, transport won't send Samaba. And people are talking. Accra, Nipa Nyakamfo. Now, this woman's only mistake she did was she came on her own Facebook, on her Twitter, and tweeted, say, with renewed resolve and a clear sense of duty, we serve our nation with discipline, courage, and unwavering commitment. Guided by the mandate of the people, we remain resolute in working decisively and collectively to advance national progress, uplift lives, and strengthen our motherland. Basically, this order the woman said. Now, what the Bawumia Bulu Fuono are doing, and they say, and I'm not saying the roads minister, the transport minister is not working, but what they want to do is say, because of how this woman looks, they want to find a way to victimize her like the same way they did to Vicky Hammer. Inti Oma gange up on Twitter, and this could just shout them boy or ferry crosser or didn't hear any match or banner or done it, because Onim say in memory or banner that doors into us or ferrisa or the obana any match Obana or did a China Spanish in our na or need to chrome ha. Kwasia or take 1-bedroom die moi. Debia or the curtains or the window enim. On to me, sorry, and your video or the dem. Because a dana or your video and one of them. Jimmy Nisano, they have gathered some boys on Twitter. Hey, this also member kwasia wedding. But I'm going to take from today, it's going to be murky. It's going to be dirty. From today, it's going to be dirty. Whoever is on Kojo Sheldon's platform is going to take this. We are going to enter your homes. I will start with Kojo Sheldon himself. Obeto paper ukroma wakubunko for Ghana beto paper ukroma say obe ware ukroma ha enti obe ya American citizen. Oh, what there was some mobo say kura. Who Kojo Sheldon? O yire na or edi uma committee sa crime no. What some mobo say kura. Can over that Kofi? What some mobo say kura. So this hardworking deputy transport minister, they started picking on her. Oko Twitter, let's go insult her. But there's a transport minister. If you even have a problem with the transport ministry, at the end of the day, who are you supposed to basically question if we are having issues with transport in Ghana? You go to Sheldon, minimum address, minimum number. The right people will come to you, and you need to state why some of the things you did. Refugees. And I'm going to say $100, $200, a year for a reform. And you think you can do the same thing because when your politicians in Kwasiaphobia, a dirty riffraff like you think you can sit on Twitter with some dirty boys and girls to intimidate this woman. John Mahama is the reason tia oyi woman way as a deputy to the minister. Now, say about what is happening today in Ghana about transportation and the ubia air. It is a big deal. And it didn't start, the problem didn't start today. And the problem has so many branches. Branches in the back here, GPRTU. Branches in the back here, government. Branches in the back here, drivers, attitude. Branches in the back here, we the citizenry. So when it comes to transportation, it is not something we will sit here and say, we are going to delve into the matter. This woman has worked hard. In less than a year, Mahama left her family, her beautiful family, who are better than you. This woman left the shores of Ghana in the early days of John Mahama's government. Flew all the way outside to go and negotiate for buses. Kwasia, adene kufu adomo, omu free power, odu kwasia babaha, abeti tetedem, oba tetedem, ote curtains echi, 1799 curtains. Blind na oti enim na oye video. Kwasia, o sorry, what's your phone esi uso? O use America da form. Maami we janema, eni ne busia ho, ena ofu plane. Se plane ko to no twene yanka kwasia te se wo, anka wo Spanish ni ne di wo yire. Spanish ni na edu yire. So o girl so yire no ubechirem aboa oja we to go and negotiate, talk about vehicles, buses to come and save o ma me no papa nkwasiafo ebusuafo no gu Ghana no. We ebusuafo nkwasiafo no gu Ghana no, se bi gu ankwasiafo no. She went out there, risk her life to do what? To go get buses for kwasia te sawo. And then san kwasiafo no to o platform no so no. Omo hu fin aimless people no gu so no. I can take care of them till they die. Plus you. Then you think that it is easy to pick on somebody because Kwasiebi in politics is telling you, do this, do this, do this. Now, Oka was supported by Omia or platform no, ni papa minesi ono. O the day Oka saw your MPP ni or platform ni papa no. O platform ni focus ne den. We are di we anyway you fine. We are you we car. We do Jimmy for. Na go for sansa for be so. O platform ni papa minesi ono. Now, this woman had to travel out of Ghana, stay out of Ghana, go and visit companies that are building buses. Omube to media ba eye Ghana. Ekufuado neba Umian Kwasiafo tina Ghana 8 years. They did not retool our transport sector once. Can you show me one video of Ekufuado retooling the transport sector? You foolish dirty boys and girls who go to Twitter. You don't have any work to do. And then you sit there and you start to talk like Marjorie Nyejuma. This one, and this is what she did. She was out of this station. She went all the way out there, Metro Mass, to receive more than 350 new buses in February 2026. They went out there to go negotiate. These are people who are proactive. Mami wey eja na yire ne ma ene ne busia ho afu plane. Na abofu no ohwo ahu fin na oda ha di jantre ni. Ohwo ahu fin na odi jantre ni okrom ha. Okwa na obi abeda saa girl no so. Aboa wawo usoro kwa DNA. O pese obeka kroma nti. Wama obi abedi jantre ni ma also oba. You people want us to do this, we will do this from now. If you people want us to go this way, we will go this way. And this way is going to be murkier and dirtier. Starting on Twitter, no. This woman, this is what she did. And she did it because Yena Yasumano.
So these are the new buses coming in very soon. We are here in Cairo to inspect, to make sure that everything is intact. And truly, we are very happy with what we are seeing. So very soon, it's coming to Ghana, and we are very happy. The resetting agenda for His Excellency the President is on. About 300 pieces coming. So Ghanaians, get ready for Metro Bus.
You people foolish boy. Kwasi ade de kufuado every pound abese obebo jantra betna. Na medwin some betna Ghana millions. This is what people are doing, putting their lives on the line. Oba Ghana no be use nkwasi afo na ye nkwasi adwuma unya $1,000 na twa ticket ababru chiri. Omo no magimi ntra na be use omo. Those MLS kids, they are kids. They don't have anything. They don't have any value. They have nothing to their disposal. And come back and say, hey, now, what are we getting from this? At their age, come on, brochira, come on, what is dying? Ghana na funtra. So you have gotten some people's children who are not smart, very ignorant because omu camera da. Because omu fear no sikapapa bi eni ho. Inti wu jimi omo, oh kasa, into omu pia, no monya JNF bi ni omo da. Na nka wo kwasia, abrochire broni akwara nka wo betumi kasa obi ntina edan mo kasa. They don't know what they are worth. In the Kwasia be use someone. Now the be politics now be 1,000 now the 700 of a third class. What they are third class 44B. Now to 44B economy here bini no betna ha. No mo jimi anopa almost sorry anoma kwatena ho. Ye kasama Kwasia mpenyi na jantre ni na edi ne yire no. Abta ba be gisika no. Omo nim nyansentra. Na nka omo horizon here wide and they can see far. And come establish your Honda. So San Kwarana, Omejimigu platforms no. Sanka Omia smart and a motu be horizon and a moon say you saw say moi. Anka camera boy is saying building your own platform is saying, but Omejimi, they are just scared. They don't have that confidence to be themselves. Inti when Yankwarabi use almost slaves. What do you carry? Na kwasia obi ye juma. You sit on Twitter, you and your dirty boys. Because of low self-esteem. Why is that cramming got bottle the nam? Jimmy, you think you and your small boys, $50, $20, 20 Ghana, you can sit on Twitter and talk shit. Let me show you something. Now let's talk about what is happening in Ghana today. Now, issue with transportation in Ghana started bang. Let's take our time. Greater Accra region, commuters decry failing transportation system. Let me enlarge it. Date Ben Esheso. Date Esheso November 16, 2024. November 16th, 2024. And your reporting was a news say. A commuters, omo foka wa Ghana edikwe juma ediye omo nyoma back and forth. Omo started complaining about cars anyhow. Omupo wejuma omunya cars mfanko fie. So it means this government has not created any problem. This problem we are facing is an existing problem. So what is going on today? No, the question is, how are we going to solve it? How are we going to make sure, say, the AC and the NCBM? Now we all know what is happening in Ghana. We all know when it comes to transportation, Nipebi decided say they are going to make this government unpopular. And I can tell you, most Ghanaians know what I'm talking about. The people who are making A car, one send some air ding, air one GPRTU, and two the drivers. In Ghana today, Obian to Minjina stage Bianca say, Ghana ne etino, petrol boy ding. You lie bad. Nobody in Ghana. Now, here, Ayalolo buses. This is 2026. Only 80 of 245 Ayalolo buses in operation. And the Ayalolo buses now John Mahama and this motoye almost bear 300. No, only 80 are working. Because you shout them because you're paying dirty boys. Come and listen. How did we get here? Say there were 245 buses. A government bought and left for another regime to maintain and expand. You know, how did we get here? Where? How did we get here? Where? Those 245 buses, you know, 80 per. How did we get here? Was somebody doing their job? Was somebody retooling the transport system? Was somebody maintaining what they came to inherit? Ayalolo buses are John Mahama Toya and Son Free Power. Now 245. And then I say, aka 80 per and a juma. Emma Ghana for only 80. Now, the most interesting thing about what I'm telling you. Now, when you look at STC, government direct STC buses back on road amid transport congestion. Now, Babusa will say, STC signed ACA. Now, let's go back. I'm sure DB. We are much why we are having this problem today. Let's go back.
Now, it is a daunting task for passengers to board commercial vehicles, locally known as trot in the city of Accra during peak hours. According to passengers, the worsening transportation situation is making life unbearable for them. They say the government must address the failing transport system in the Greater Accra region. Channel 1 News' Philip Nilate reports.
Walking long distances and standing at bus stops for hours to board a commercial vehicle seems to be the norm for the ordinary Ghanaian who seeks to get to work early and return safely after a long day's work in some parts of the Greater Accra region. The disorganized transportation system in Ghana appears to have worsened. Passengers are compelled to wake up early to secure their spot in the few available churches in the morning to beat the gridlock and to get to work on time. The cycle repeats after work. Individuals heading to Kaswa often call Pokwase Ablekuma, Amasaman, Insawam, and other areas in the region.
Remember, that video I was showing 2024. Don't get it wrong. Video I was showing 2024 video. So don't get it wrong. Yesterday free. This is 2024. Now NPP in the power. So this crisis now ocean 2024. I want to remind you. Let's go back.
Now it is a daunting task.
The disorganized transportation system in Ghana appears to have worsened. Passengers are compelled to wake up early to secure their spot in the few available churches in the morning to beat the gridlock and to get to work on time. The cycle repeats after work. Individuals heading to Kaswa often call Pokwase Ablekuma, Amasaman, Insawam, and other areas in the region find it very difficult to get transportation to work and back to their homes. Some traders at the Central Business District of Accra are compelled to walk from Accra to Roxy, Total, and Kwame Nkrumah Circle in search of a commercial vehicle to go home after work.
Inside, and because I want you know my car hoarding. Answer no be free ha, I be do no. Or do call from Cobaria. Bet me I catch us over you 20 Ghana. I answer the old bedroom, say, I had him so mulodu 10 cities. We cry says 5 but over call Mumba 10 cities and son on the wako. The Bam saying about a pekka. I know crown, I just say about play one son in your car. Or play one son when your car.
But those who from Pokwasi and the Amasaman, they are finding it difficult to get car. Always, every evening, they have to walk from the Royce Park through to the Kingsway, right down here, before they can get a car. And there's no car. And I think the vehicle, government have to, get something to do about it for them. Those Ayalolo, they have to be enough buses, to transport the people back home every evening. because it's very hectic. Sometimes when it rains, when you see people here, my brother, you cry for them. Sometimes it can be up to 11 o'clock. Last, a friend go home almost 2 o'clock. And the next day, 8 o'clock, you have to be at work. Waiting for car. Just here, you see, just close this bus stop here. He was standing here to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock before he got a car. So those are the problems we are facing here. You need to get a good transportation system. Like you said, the train have to go there, then the other buses too have to, go there, those areas, those far ahead. Because, every day people are from far place coming to Accra. Every day then you come every day. So they should do something about it.
The struggle worsens at Kwame Nkrumah Circle, Mr. Biggs, and Graphic Road bus stops, among others, as passengers fight their way into public vehicles. Some disgruntled passengers bemoaned the situation.
They say problem they facing is they say tractor na ye adwuma wa anum na no fair mo pe no moje. They say transport na ye to so lorry fare na ye to so no no enye adwuma wa ha sa ha se ye enye adwuma wa ha efi akopoko aso ebiji 10 cedi ebiji 15 amasa man 15 taifa 10 cedi omo ye no Achimota old station just omo ye short. So, anything nipa na gu ha bebre nipa no ha bebre no hu nipa bebre e wa na asechire no eye kwan na omo ye no na railway no eye ama saman nsam kwan na omo ye no ana ama traffic e say kwan na nye enti no I say omo kwa omo bre na sefo na traffic and train no say nye adwuma tie nye adwuma ne de ye fe ne say ama omo mu fi Accra ba ni na bebre na nate e ba ha se.
Now, it is a daunting task for passengers to board commercial vehicles, locally known as...
...have tried to fix the country's transportation issues, but the problem keeps worsening. Urban development specialist Dr. Bernard Abeku Arthur says the country has a failed public transport system.
We have a failed public transport system. Failed in the sense that anytime you see taxis, trotros, two-wheelers and three-wheelers running public transport, there is a failure. It's a failure in the sense that our policy, our national transport policy, states clearly that public transport shall be done by high occupancy vehicles, that is 50, 60, 80-seater buses to run public transport. So within the city, in the immediate ring around the city, the outer ring, we are looking at public transport of high occupancy vehicles. And that includes trains as well. So you take people en masse.
In Greater Accra.
Truth is, our public transport is mainly by road now. But under normal circumstances, we should have water transport. We should have trains running within the city to look at ensuring that we have the road architecture is such that it supports public transport. We want to tweak it in a way that trotros, buses, and all that will have their place in the public transport system. But when it comes to the inner city and maybe specific routes, would want to have this type of bus service.
This was in 2024. Now MPP in our power. So the problem was about how our transportation system was bad. Our population increasing. We are getting more and more people taking over the transport system and duping the people at the same time. We have GPRTU that has become an extortion association whereby they find ways and means to extort from the people. In the past, nobody say, in the history of the Republic of Ghana, this is the time petrol boy fupa. So why is it say now let's look at what they were talking about in 2024. It's about state transport. Sa ayalolo na meka ho asem kire no. Before elections or 2 years before elections, Ghanaians started talking and asking Ekufuor ne Bawumia Aban MPP for say, what has happened to the government transportation system? At a point, some young men even tried to show us the Eto Ayalolo buses and STC. And so national security for more MPP, they started going after people who wanted to expose the government which decided to neglect your transportation system. This is when MPP, they were in power.
Have tried to fix the country's transport.
Let's now continue with
this video you are about to watch. This is the current state of Ayalolo na. John Mahama buying Ejama Ekufuado, almost 300 cars, 300 buses, and 2026. Let us go and check the status of the buses now. MPP be inherited 8 years ago. Ayalolo and the STC. Let's go. This is the current situation we are facing.
Let's now continue with our series on public transportation, and hundreds of Ayalolo buses have been grounded for years without maintenance, while passengers continue to bear the brunt of vehicle scarcity in the capital. Currently, only 80 out of 245 Ayalolo buses procured in 2016 are operating. Here's a report by Christian Yali.
Some have their windscreens completely broken. Others are literally sitting on the ground. Many do not have seats in them, as hundreds of the Ayalolo buses continue to rot away in a yard at the Achimota news station. Many of these buses were never operated, but have been left under the mercy of the weather for nearly a decade. It remains a pity as government now makes efforts to service Metro Mass buses or even procure new ones for public transportation.
I'm sure that this is one of the transport minister would take a keen interest in if we are looking at bringing more buses, especially the agreements that we know has been signed to bring in about 100 of the EV buses, the electric buses, and even the current arrangement with Metro Mass to get more of their buses coming into town to transport people. But you see a lot of them here. See, these ones, all their tires have been removed. Let me show you just another of the bus with the windscreens and everything torn apart. Nothing to write home about. Even if you decide to maintain, it would cost you a lot. Grounded, no attention paid to them.
Buses now MPP better almost 400 buses. They left them to rot. All because they wanted to create their own internal transportation system. When the MPP came to meet Ayalolo buses, John Mahama, Ejama, NPP are buying 2016, they decided to break all of them and keep them at bay. And almost say they didn't maintain even one. And the funny thing is, the NPP, they did not retool the transportation system. For 8 years, when was the last time I say I buying a MPP are buying it to me retool the transportation system and augment or try to refurbish the transportation system? They never did that because they wanted to run the transportation system themselves by making sure their private companies in Ghana took over the transportation system. I'm about to Ayalolo, almost 400 buses. They messed all of them up. These are the same people today screaming. Spanish for Dini Negel Kruhano. Sakwasiampe not Ghana. It's a small boy, so sometimes I don't even want to waste my time on that fool. Now let's go. The current state of Metro Mass. This is Ekufuado 8 years. The current state of Metro Mass. Do you know why we are struggling today in Accra? This is Metro Mass, the current state after Ekufuado will take you over.
This is the Metro Mass Transit Limited head office, and as part of our Transport Challenges campaign, we visited this place to find out exactly what the issues are. Where I stand is the head office, and we are told some of these buses will be moving very soon to Kaswa Enclave, and many of them will also be going towards Adenta and other parts. We are fortunate to have here with us the Deputy MD in charge of operation, Harana Redu, joining us to give us some further explanation on what exactly it is. Explain to us, what exactly is a challenge? You are told about 400 of your vehicles are not functional. How did you get here?
Thank you very much. Like you rightly pointed out, let me take our viewers a bit into some historical account of where we are. As you are aware, Metro Mass was birthed out of then defunct Omnibus Service Authority, as you put it, OSA. By 2003, under the elsewhere Kufuor administration, through an act of parliament, Metro Mass was established. When Metro Mass was established, President Kufuor began with about 500 buses. Then Mills Mahama, spanning from 2009 to 2016, augmented our fleet level with additional 500 buses, summing up to about 1,000 buses as of 2016. When the NDC exited power in 2016, at 2017, when the MPP administration took over the reins of power, at Metro Mass, they put about 400 buses on scraps. Then, 2 months into the elections, specifically October 2024, additional 313 buses, 313 buses, were also put on scraps, sold to some individuals allegedly associated with the previous management or administration. Unfortunately, from the sale of the 300 buses, we were told that then management realized a paltry 2.9 million out of the sale of 313 buses. Currently, we are routing averagely about 115 buses across Ghana. We have 90 buses at various levels of repairs. We have close to about 197 buses, specifically 197 buses declared by the technicians or the technical department as unserviceable. So that is the sorry state of Metro Mass.
How many of them which are unserviceable? How many?
Currently, we have about 197 buses declared by the technical department as unserviceable.
So what do you do with them?
Well, as it stands now, per the law, Board of Survey has been put together. They've come around the country, submitted their reports, which will be taken to the next level for consideration. And the sorry state of it was that you realize that previously, poor maintenance culture, lack of proper supervision, occasioned the movement, which has resulted in the kind of, wastage that has, bedeviled our company. Unfortunately, the previous administration also embarked on getting or retooling the company with those buses you see there, the Daewoo buses. And these buses are the nightmare of the company. Unfortunately, those buses were procured by the previous administration. These buses came without a single spinner, without a single boot, no spare parts. And it is very difficult.
These are the facts. And the ATM, Aban buses when. Na okano osi osa Kufuor betu osa na osa egu ena Kufuor de 500 buses buy ne be friend Kufuor bus ata Mills ne Mahama buy ena omo de another 500 beka ho. John Mahama every power in 2016 odane almost 1,000 buses ema Kufuor do say Aban Metro Mass buses ni monje mo maintain na yemfa nya adwuma o Ghana. As 2017 John Mahama move free power na buses 2024 buses are Nana Danko Kufuor Adomo 2017 400 and I'm say you know something 400 no ni nyina say 2024 313 omeka say ni nyina say that is almost 713 buses omo twitwa ni nyina ye co-ports sa ni nyina say entumi nya adwuma. You inherited close to over 1,000 buses. Omo free power no. Now we have less than maybe 300 buses in Ghana. And these buses are intercity buses. They are not intracity buses. Ayalolo, they were intracity. The difference between intracity and intercity, they say, Kufuor buses, they were the ones going to Koforidua, Kumasi, Takwa, Aboso, Asankregwa, intercity. And John Mahama, Eddie Ayalolo, Super P, so say, and when you're intracity, and no, from Adenta to Legon, from Legon to Kaswa, from Kaswa to Pediase. That is what they were doing. But these people came into power. Nana come here because campaign, the STC, the State Transport Ministry, they could not. Mukai said me a scandal be about Saabas ready bino. Mukai, that was 2017 or 18. I came to expose the chief of staff. Omokoto buses one was worth about $17,000. Some the bear $70,000. Mokai, I did the scandal. Some buses some the buy no. Omoto the low grade buses then do 20, and omo betche some to buses 500. Later koye search who say the chief of staff Fremont Parry and the transport minister then. So transport minister now and there what mafia Canada Japan that guy. Omuno mudi saskano. Omo the bus by na span abakundemu. The bus did not have any backup equipment or tools and to sustain the buses. They just went to bring bus to 3 weeks and a bus in Abubuye. Now, we are talking about a transportation system that is collapsing. Now, can we, in 1 year, blame a government that came to inherit all these problems? I will not say the government is not responsible. It is the responsibility of the government to find ways and do what? Find ways to solve this problem. And in 2025, Dorcas, a deputy transport minister, was sent out of the country to go and inspect and look for buses that can come and augment what we have in Ghana. Sama mi weja nimba egu Ghana eko abrochire kotena abrochire be 2 days. Because of kwasia kojoshel de ne kwasia form ko Twitter to get buses for mama amenom mosewanom bebusu form kwasia form kan okorero to for them to at least arrive home alive, no. But Jimmy say, let's pick on the woman. The woman who is a deputy minister, no, you are picking on her. What about the minister himself? I am not saying the minister is not working, but the issue here is it is deliberate. Now, the issue with buses problem or Ghana, no. The number one problem, and they say, any petrol asem, a GPRTU, omo drivers, and say they should try and sabotage this government. These are the facts. The GPRT not catch a drivers and say they should try everything possible to get as much as they can from the passengers into the Omuyano Accra, say, and an man be cano all the way 2024. Trip and can also a 1 trip from Circle to Adenta. Now done 3 trips. All the way of passengers no circular. I maybe I make 37. Into more I make 37. No, nipa na free fee ba no. Wa budget say every day. Me the 15 Ghana cedis be for car. Me fo ba ko. Me fo mienu. Me fo miensa. Now nipa no bedu cycle no. Obia ofa car ba ko all the way to Adenta. No ofa another ba ko. No they call ebia ebrino. Now driver for ne catch and say maybe and when you go to cycle right now and Kaneshi you see it. Can you see ya not maintenance form? I wait there. Uniska menfo. Ye call only ye free high. Ye call 37. Instead say maintenance any driver no ebe loading from Circle to Madina no. They are now loading from Circle to 37. Now when you get to 37, nipa ni sisi no. Or say okay, say no can near ebeko 30 ebeko Madina there. Then ye sell load fresh from 37 to Madina. Into 1 trip also 5 cedis no. Then you end up paying 2 times of 1 trip. And that is the extortioner driver for no GPRTU for him because this could have been stopped. Say GPRTU for your imagine say they are going to have their men stationed at each station and a loading point. Into your GPRTU for more loading pointer. Ufri cycle, but ufri cycle. Na enisa ujina or some directors at Twaso. But then the GPRTU people know say how many driver phone na passengers no into what happens and say how many passengers the drivers are making their unusual stops. They are stopping at places they are not supposed to stop to offload passengers and reload passengers no. GPRTU knows into the omu say omu members because GPRTU can issue a statement and say if you are our member now load from Circle to Madina you are not supposed to stop at 37 and reload. You have to tell the passengers to say from Circle you are going to Madina and it is 2 cities. But GPRT for any they know they just want to sabotage the president, the government because say government in the buses no. They know say the previous administration had destroyed the transportation system. So this is the time they have to make money out of their vulnerable passengers. It is also it is not about petrol. Now I'm sure this is a mate. We're a mate. I would do torture mate.
Rather from above, from our masters. Yeah. So what about the master will say is what we also go about it. As well as you could also know that of late the traffic has been worrying. we could be in the traffic for almost 2-3 hours. So if we did not increase the price, it goes against us too. That is the reason that we do that. Absolutely nothing else more. Fire. Rather from above, you see, from our masters. Yeah. So what about the master will say is what we also go about it. As well as you could also know that right of late, the traffic has been worrying. We could be in the traffic for almost 2-3 hours. So if we did not increase the price, it goes against us too. That is the reason that we do that. Absolutely nothing else more. Fire.
What did you okay? Instructions from above. Every driver, be or a commercial driver on the streets of Accra is majority are part of GPRTU. Or see, instructions from above. I need the traffic community. Yes, you adapt a strategy to extort a passengers. GPRTU knows this. Now, Mamisha did at GPRTU here. They want to play that victim role. And say they want to now act like they are the victims. It is GPRTU because GPRTU, stopping what these drivers are doing. Nipo good trotro, a good station it is because of what the drivers are doing. Because Kabiaba na oma passengers no dealer, passengers no end to me and handle. Because when we a student, your mama 5 cities say me fan for car in and out. Now right now, person would make C37. Obia me come Madina. How am I going to come back tomorrow? How am I going to get home? The passengers no him say. Drivers are cheating them and it's unacceptable. So what happens is that Obiba na afe trotro ni besiwa uni 50 Ghana unkobi because here they are 37. Oh, you ever see a Comadina? That be 37. 37 no 30 Ghana. Instead say 37 be 10 Ghana. Nanka for 37 and that's why another be 2 Ghana no. Or say 37 quite 10 Ghana. From 37 no to the adenta no 20 Ghana. So now the passengers keep piling up and piling up. Into both the cars no to me ba. Omo kan no bianca sa omo kwa no mako down mo ring road no masa ko down mo no maba. Omo ba I right now there. Yeah, in 37 BM. Right now Okpongbulo 6 cities. Odu Okpongbulo no you obi form. Na afi obusa okay mo amoko 37 mo ya saying yeah 17 mo nyina mo 37 30. So that is what they are doing. They are extorting the people. Into majority of passengers, omudu station wa no ma can sinsemu. So they keep coming because rush hour 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. Amount for point juma in for point school. Then the people keep piling up. Into that congestion in town. And then so many people sitting and not getting cars to go home because a GPRT the drivers here. But what the GPRT guys are doing, and they say they are deliberately extorting. Mami can't Nana Komia our VIP buses be 30. Nana Komia. Ko VIP munko busa da kabre nana komia no nam wo kronfo sana ye de STC share nsa odi sika ni nyina no kwase ampanyi no opeba obi chief of staff aye. And you see as some way see no nana komia can be he has stayed away from it because they caused the problem. They turned our state transport into their personal business. Now go and listen to GPRT for some more.
We have been seeing some reductions on petroleum products and it's clear. And someone will ask why, drivers are not reducing their transport fares. For the past year, and that was the beginning of 2025, and drivers started complaining about, by then the fuel prices were high. During around June, April thereabout, we were asked to reduce our transport fares by 15%. This reduction came by the reduction of petroleum products. We were looking forward for the other component that like the spare parts, the lubricant, and the taxes to also come down, but it couldn't do that. We complained, and the promise we gave the public was that in as much as spare parts are high and fuel is not the only component we use, we are trying as hard as we can to to hold on with our current transport fares so that we can actually end the year without
GPRT for the Okasamo on the Oka or say 2025 around April no yet petrol so now I'm expecting say and spare pass will be from 20 April. And you see the reason why dear and the omoto to woman in say omunim see ati petrol so then so spare pass wedding. Now then trotro nam Accra kwan so debi omu gina fitem. There's a mude debia mu change engine every single day. Mu change adjust pipe. Every single day mu change carburetor. Every single day mo dobu. This is what we are talking about. A GPRT for the shake no. They know. Now you know the funny thing. Abosio can for now GPRT for episode will play victim e blame woman. Abosio can for so they spoke. Mummy Uncle Abosio can for spare parts no boy Diana.
And in Ghana, we all use different cars. You understand? So we told them with Sprinter, we are working with the people, the importers that brings the engines and parts in. We are dialoguing with them. But if you come to Toyota, Vitz, with Uber and everything, prices have dropped. Batteries, headlights, shocks. I mean, the dollar is down, so there's no reason why we are raising our prices. You understand? We have a challenge with the Sprinter. The people that sell the Sprinters. That's the only challenge we have. But aside that, you can go to all the stores around here. Prices have dropped. I have engines here that I was selling for 15,000. Now I'm selling for 10,000. And it's just a few people that bring the Sprinter engines and parts to Ghana. It's about maybe 8 people.
What you come for no? Say your engine going to turn 15,000. Yeah, test about 10,000. Nyoma boss aba form. Ya ko for nyoma ye na enim. Se nyoma boy din e beka. Nyoma bia nkosoro. Enti se obi ti waka se nyoma boy din. Enti na ende cars no omo pese omo bete so na GPRT for ne boa. They know what they are doing, eh? Majority of commercial vehicles na adwuma won kran no GPRT mpedifo ne dia. And when these things happen, they make money out of you. And intina a few weeks ago, Namekacha Abain said they need to partner some private investors and bring more public buses. Niyangu GPRT, you know. Our problem as a nation. Kroma yeni GPRT wahau. Eya buying bus. And the government, if they cannot take the responsibility or the financial burden, they should meet the private sector halfway and make sure every region has 500 to 600 buses working for the government and the prices being subsidized. You will see, say, GPRT will be of no use. The question here is, what is the use of GPRT? In Ghana, our transportation system, what role does GPRT play? What do they bring on board? Oh, kuo. Driver ni bia wanoma peteshie wunti akwa yie. Ye kuo obi driver ni bia kwaji obi yere me abodi antie ekoka enkwasiade omo ya no. They don't educate the drivers, they don't do anything for the drivers, they don't advocate for anything. All that they do is they get up in the morning, they extort their passengers, and that is what they keep doing, and they are taking advantage of Ghanaians. And what we are seeing today is not any serious thing. It is a consistent, deliberate action by some group of people to make some Ghanaians struggle. And I can tell you for a fact, if GPRTU and the government, government and for police, stations are you're picking the pan, you're dropping the pa, and the police build their post there and say, we are going to make sure. We are going to work with GPRTU. No car will charge over this price. And no car will say, so load way free. Circle. 37. I say load way free 37 across circle. We are not going to allow you. See what will happen in Ghana. They will be in line. Basically, people are extorting the system. We had an administration that did not retool the government the transport system. And that is what the John Mahama administration is looking at. And nothing about Docas Afotemo, Tuquine, Cope Bass Saba, Kojo Shelton, Kwasiampe na, on a jantre Nibia Wahano, etiti social media, Jimmy because of Baumia. A foolish boy, dirty boy like that, who represents nothing in life. A foolish Nikompoon. Such a useless guy who cannot even come out and go do DNA, say Akurani and the bar. Not Jiminy way, sit there and they think they can do the same thing they did to Hannah, Vicky Hammer. And that's the same thing they do. And this power be they look for women who are productive, who are out there, who are confident, who look good, and they want to go after them. That is what the NPP does. Because Omo man wayanchir. NPP mbesiafu wayanchir. To say Ngokuo. So anytime they see a beautiful woman, a nice woman, a vocal woman, a woman who is confident to be part of the NDC, they want to go after them. And that is what that is what they are doing. And we are going to take it to them. Where on earth do you go after a deputy minister when the minister is there? Where on earth have you and what is the same way be that? All because they are victimizing the woman. They want to try and get under her skin. They want to try and create something and put on her the way they succeeded in 2013, 14, 15. And this is the kind of men, useless. These are men who are basically, they have this inferiority complex. So Obabia your enemy. They don't have that confidence. Actually, to someone a proposal to no ba wa dwene adwuma bema kwasiampan ya ne tisa kuraba wagina wonim so pewa na wo se fe hwe nanim na hwe bema eda na se de na be fe hwe bema nanim be kire ne bema na wa makwasiampan de horror we ahye wase a jimini we ade no betuma aye. And we sit in Ghana and we entertain this kind of foolishness. So the issue with transportation in Ghana today, it is not any complicated problem. The problem is that GPRTU and the drivers are taking advantage of Ghanaians, and the government needs to use the security agencies. Oh, a commercial car now to be park. Now, if you use a car in system. But in the transport minister has made a statement. They are about to release some buses into the system. In fact, the intercity buses, they are recalling buses now for them to come and work intra-city. Into metro masses. Bas kakra was system ni mu no ene ayalolo kakra was system ni mu no de ekọ abonten de so mu nyina yente so number fie na at least the government will start using them. But this is just an interim measure. The government should have a long-term measure. The long-term measure is to try and bring in more buses and try and make sure say the GPRTU concept is eradicated from our system, because GPRTU 4-way omotete Ghana ya tu petromo drivers mu nkotum. And so driver the car roadworthy and onye. The car is not even supposed to be on the road. Driver for majority of them, their cars are not supposed to be on the road. This is the roads minister. Sorry, the transport minister.
It was initial arrangements just to cater for the festive periods, which we did, and it was very helpful. But we realized that when they were withdrawn, it created some challenges. So I re-engaged the MD of Metro Mass Transit Limited and then the Intercity STC coaches, and they have reintroduced some few of them. We are looking at the daily basis movement and seeing if we need to add more, then we'll add more. Again, we are also at the verge of seeing how we can get the private sector to bring in more of the buses and other vehicles to be able to help when it gets to peak hours in the mornings and in the evenings. But we have called back. When we withdrew the services, we saw the tension it created, and we have called back some of the buses to start again making their movements. We are studying the ground to see whether they will need more, or we will have to continue with the skeletal or the small number that we have operating for now.
It is getting too much. All that I was saying is that the transport minister has spoken. What we need to understand and say, the government is doing its part. The government is doing everything possible to make sure, say, your transportation system, it stands on its toes. Now, the government is recalling intercity buses now. Ekwe Asankregwa, Kumasi, Takrade. They are so active, they are bringing them back to Accra to be able to work in the city. What I want the government to do is simple. The government should collaborate with the private sector. There are people who can bring in 1,000 buses if the government is going to give them a good deal. If the government is going to meet them halfway. If the government is going to do what? Is going to work with the private sector to try and do what? Get enough buses in the system. Because what we are seeing is that we are seeing people, they are seeing individuals in the name of associations, in the names of groups, extorting Ghanaians. Omu Ghana for sika. GPRTU, it is not helping Ghana in any way. That association now, they are using to dupe Ghanaians, it is not helping Ghanaians. Let me tell you, the introduction of new transport applications or services in any country, majority of the time, they reject and they fight it. Time Uber, Eba, New York. Uber, Eba, America. I've lived in New York for like 7 years. I've lived in Manhattan. I've lived in Queens. I've lived in Astoria. I know New York, that majority of those people living in New York. When they introduced Uber in New York, the unions, the taxi unions were angry. You know why? Because they had monopolized the system for a long time. At a point, they basically decide the fares of taxis. Now, when Uber came in, they saw the professionalism and diversity Uber added to the transportation system. What happened was that the taxi drivers who were part of unions now started doing things professionally. Now, they started cutting down on a little bit of their fares. What they also tried doing now was that they tried to work like the way Uber works. So the competition really helped the market. So when we try to bring in new buses, when we try to introduce private sector into our transportation system, people are going to push back. People are going to be pissed off. But we are not supposed to listen to them, because the honest truth is that GPRTU, most of them, they join GPRTU because when they are part of the GPRTU leadership, they can get a lot of their buses running at lucrative places. That is what they do. Now, lead GPRTU, our buses, our fleets of buses are and they try and do everything possible. Say, the buses now at to acquire a lucrative. Yakasa lucrative router, a hona nipa wo, a hona nipa faka kese. So that is why people still sustain the GPRTU, because people use that as a springboard to dupe or extort from passengers. Because prices of fuel were from, why are you charging people ridiculous amount? It is because some people are deliberately stealing from the Ghanaian. Into Yancha GPRTU nim. Aban should open its arms. We should invite investors in. We should give them good deal. We should get enough buses. Every region should not have less than 500 buses. That belongs to the government and a private company that is running the streets of every region. We will be able to sanitize the system. We also urge the transport minister to collaborate with the police and force the GPRTU to work with the police to make sure, say, they enforce the regulations right. So we are driver. That's a utu free circular. That's a uye jumako Madina. You move from Circle, your last destination is Madina. You don't have the right to decide, say, me loadu from Circle to 37. Nama offloading call for, nama say reloading call for fragile price. It's not supposed to happen. And we need to get some drivers as scapegoat. I will see it to be drivers living near jail almost 3 years. It will stop this nonsense on our streets. Because people keep piling at stations, not because cars were. They are buying fuel cheap, but they are being greedy. Nipa bebrebena ye street in the sono. And just a cars there are so many cars in the system. What is happening is cars the person with cheaty drivers, the person with cheaty passengers. So they are just being greedy. And anytime you see people piling because the drivers are giving them a deal they don't want. The only person driver for no cheating for no so inti megina ha ko benza car bi beba or de be come Madina inti so we nya car de be come Madina and ho be so a obegina for 4 hours. This is clear extortion. So the ministry should collaborate and start monitoring the drivers. Now that they don't have cars and buses to take care of this business, They need to instill the law. They need to be on the drivers. So your driver na say ocean and watch na untimi nya fa car no ko sifie. But if you decide to run on the streets of Ghana, buy fuel in Ghana, and run as a commercial vehicle, you are supposed to abide by some rules and regulations. So also if you cycle Echo 37, cycle 37, from there drive back to for cycle. Do not make up your mind, say you are driving to 37 and then uyin ko fogu. Now when I was done once I could say, oh fa nipa ediako Madina, your license has to be revoked. I will say a chiwutum. I will say a jelu. Now, let's discuss water issues in Accra today. Water issues. And this is something that we want to state the facts tonight. Water issues.
Oforiatta is not a fugitive from justice. It's not about Oforiatta, viewers. It's not about Oforiatta. It's about Ghana, the government of Ghana, the people of Ghana, the Black Stars, anybody who is connected to Ghana. The Black Stars being a football brand that also represents Ghana. It's about the flag. It's about this. It's not about Ken Oforiatta. A man has been Minister of Finance for your country, and then the next thing they hear is a fugitive from justice. It tells on your country. Have you ever heard America saying that the former Federal Reserve guy is corrupt and that he's stolen money and that he's dug a cathedral hole? Whether a cathedral hole has been dug or not, it is our hole. It is our cathedral. It's our gain or it's our loss. It is necessary that our public officials begin. That's why I like my producer playing the tape of Stephen Amwa. Just those of you who have been watching on social media, Stephen Amwa talking about it. It is very important that we understand that when we...
A foolish man. Today, they want to be patriotic. Paul. Now, let's talk about the water crisis in the Greater Accra region. And we just saw the Director of Public Relations, Ghana Water Company, putting out an apology statement. We apologize to the people of Teshi, Nungwa, and affected areas for the inconvenience caused by the shutdown of the desalination plant. Now, it goes on to say, we are doing everything possible to restore the situation to normal. The Ghana Water Company, a Chelkese, and Ediama Ghana for more Teshi and Nungwa areas. Insuo Elwa Akwachi. Na omo chaupa nyina ne say adia ye frɛ no den the desalination plant plant ben. What does it represent? Omo say insuo enwa akwa atwe no desalination plant ewo Teshi Nungwa NDC aban ye na nke wo se ebo epunsuo edeba na ebeti nsuo ne beda ne insuo a ye betum dia ye ebibi ewo fie sa plant na NDC ye no NPP aban bae no sa plant no omugu no. And the problem ama Teshifo enya nsuo entumi nya nsuo cholera anase yare eba besi no ne nyina ne say plant na John Mahama aban NDC aban Atamos aban eyesi eyedien eyesi Teshi Nungwa na etumi bo epunsuo ediba plant nim na yede chemicals efra edane epunsuo nchini nsuo ebedane nsupama yede tumi ye adwuma ofie edidware ede de ose no sa plant no NPP ba power 2017 eno mo ye den omugu no. Now mame nko back na me nkyerechiro mu nti sende say yenya water problem e wotesia. Do not blame the government. And I keep saying it is the responsibility of the government to find solutions to the problem. Some of the problem they need to do what? They need to solve it. Because you will say MPP for Jimmy and nothing to Obama NDC. We know they are stupid as a political party MPP. No, they cannot reason and make things right. It is part of the reason here. Hundreds and thousands and millions of Ghanaians said they should leave because you will say omunim nyansa. Inti I am never going to cut a slack for this government. I am never going to sit here and say, Mamon blemo abino. It is a responsibility of the government of the day that is taking taxes from the taxpayer. Obia otite shibiano etua tax ma abanwe. Obia otite shibiano expect to say problem abanwe beto and abanwe solve it. So it is upon this government to solve the problem. But we telling the government to solve the problem, we also need to know where the problem started from and also appreciate what the government is trying to do. Because me a committee, say me bush ni titeshia, Menka say NDC for the power anti say insuring koswa menka takata so na menka say where the problem in there's a problem. The people want water. The government need to help the people. The government need to think. The government solved the people's problem in 2015 or create or build a dam or build a plant for them to help them turn salty water into water that we can use at home to bath, to do whatever. But NPP buy and what happened? Now, I just want the NDC government to understand the people of Teshi and Nungwa, they know say they made the best decision by voting the NDC into power. They know say the John Mahama administration is an administration, it does not complain, it solves problems. It is upon this government to prove to Teshi Nungwa for say, it is not that kind of government that comes into power and see problems and ignore. So I am respectfully telling the president that water is important and that immediate steps are supposed to be taken to solve or rescue the people from this danger. Because say I'm a priority in Kwafone Cyber Yare. Now omo yare it will be upon the government to make sure say yetumi answer atomo. So if we don't want to get to that point where the citizenry ebe yare because we cannot provide them with water, then we as a government, NDC as a government, you have failed the Teshi people. Even though Teshi for him say at a point, they still need your help. So there's no excuse for the government. The government cannot tell us to say we came to inherit a problem and to let the problem be there. No, it is the responsibility of this government to solve the problem for Teshi people. And NDC, the news say NDC MPP for Jimmy. The news say and Ekufuado, Bawomia, Kennedy Japan, Kobre Japan, Ayedi and Brandy Champo, Kentromi and Kwasia for MPP for Jimmy. They only care about tribe. They don't care about the holistic building of a nation. Now let's step back a little bit. I'm sure idea. In 2011, this is what happened. In 2011, the government of Ghana awarded a contract to Befasa, Desalination Development Ghana, for the establishment of the seawater treatment plant to produce clean water, which will be channeled into the pipeline of Ghana Water Company Limited. So 2011, na NDC in our power. And I'm contracting a company called Befasa. Say, I'm build a plant to be a betumi atwe epunsuo no na abegu sa plant nim na adane ni na abeye insuo ebetumi dia ye adwuma ewo fie ni ade na omfanfa Ghana Water Company pipes na Teshi Nungwafo no omunye den omunya insuo nom. So 2011 and NDC aban edwene sa ade we hu. Now when you move forward and you read the history behind this, history say Befesa Limited, an engineering firm, was contracted by the government to build the desalination plant, operate to defray its cost, and hand over to the Ghana Water Company Limited after 25 years. And this contract na abino any Befasa for sign na a contract say build, operate, and transfer. Into a canning yinano na eshem abanka se omunsi omusia omufanye juma omdiye juma emfaso na beba so no omuntibi na omfa bi ma aban ekopem se omobeti omuka for 25 years. So it is a technology. In 2011 it wasn't an easy technology. Say obedane enchininsuo na abedane insuo ebetumi ediaye bibi ewo fie. So the government was like, why? You people, can you build it? Say yes. Now we don't have money to give you now, but when you build it, you operate it, and you transfer it after 25 years. And the money you make out, a kana build this plant, monfante kanibi, namunje bimaye. So the government basically struck a very simple deal. And at the end of the day, water is life. Until the government was thinking about Teshi Nungwa for them to get water. Even for 30 years, the government didn't care. All that the government wanted was for the people of Teshi and Nungwa to get water, clean water to drink, clean water to do what they have to do. Until now, the Teshi people started seeing a government that thinks about them. Omu say abang way NDC abang in 2011. They want them to also live as humans. Now, the project was executed by Abengua, a Spanish company, and Sojitz Corporation, Japan's largest importer of rare earth metals. Into two companies actually executed this project. Company back free Spain, back free Japan, I'm buy technology boom, and I'm build it in this project. The two hold a 94 equity in the project. The plant was designed, constructed, and being operated by Befasa Desalination Development Ghana, a joint venture of Abengua Water Investment Ghana, Day Water Investment, and their local partners, Hydrocol. Now, a consolidation of all the cost of the plants culminated in Ghana Water Company Limited buying the water from the plants at about 6.5 pesos per cubic meter. Now, and selling at the regulated Public Utilities Regulatory Commission's rate at about 1.5 per cubic meter. What happened? And they say, company no SC plant in we no, omo sika and a BBR into no more about 94% shares room. Now, what was happening? And they say, na a Ghana Water Company, eto omo treating so in a because omo connecting omo pipes no to a Ghana Water Company pipes no. What was happening was because I build, operate, and transfer, no, they were selling the water to Ghana Company Limited. Ghana Company Limited, so eto in Ghana Water Company, eto suna. They cannot sell the water to us the amount they bought from the people. The reason was that the people had to make some decent money so that they could offset a Ghana sea plant. No, in the Ghana Water Company, eto no around a year 6.5 cubic 6.5 cubic meter. No matter Ghana for 1.5. All because technically they were technically they were making that company take a chunk of it because one, equipment, sika, BBR and a bay yes no. Now for the next 25 years, no, the plant becomes ours. Into Ghana Water Company, they were subsidizing. Because at the end of the day, water is life. We need the water. So be a creative water nama anke technology na anke any anke say yeah. But so my now say even 25 years, they are going to make a little money of it, and we are going to see our people enjoy good water and not to be sicker. What is the big deal here? So John Mahama and this are buying Atamel Small Ejitum say this is very good because hardly do you see people convert seawater into water that you can use at home. So that is what happened. Now, let's see what happened. Into this was going on. Not Teshi4 Enyansio. Not Teshi4 Ayadeng. Teshi4 every day, they were not complaining about water. Teshi people were okay. Now, let's move forward. In 2018, Ekufuado MPP by power. Ekufuado MPP by power. MPP by power, what happened? Teshi desalination plant shut down for contract renegotiation. MPP Barnum say, hey, contract no de yentiase ye nya sika ndi wo ho nti ye ba ye contract ni biem. Remember the time sa company we be see sa plant we NDC for more sa contract no na Teshi for nyansuo nom. And we agreed to say for 25 years sika omudi shemu no ama Ghana Water no, they have to get their profit from it, and after they get their profit, they will do what? Work, and the facility will become ours. MPP by power, I'm say the Teshi desalination plant has been shut down. 2018. NPP by power and dumuno, and I'm say contracting and tiasie. The test is a Nungwa plant, no. Sa plant don't go see Nungwa, no. MPP by power just 1 year, and do plant, no. Say contract, no montiasie, obi diska into Nungwa for they don't care about the people of Nungwa. Nane Kufuado, Baumia, they said they didn't care about the people of Nungwa. Some all that they care about is omonte contract nasi. Inti sa korabia ope insio maami bia wakowo yedini free hospital aba ohia insio de ahwe no ho no, they did not care, they just shut it down. Adanya they don't care because almost a contract and almost tiasie. Now when you read the story, the Teshi desalination plant has been shut down to allow for renegotiation of the contract, which is said to be costing government 6 million monthly. At the end of the day, if the government of Ghana had money to build that facility, we would have built it. But that facility was a very vital and important facility to be built. We did not have the technology. So it is not about us losing money, because the 6 million that we were losing in a month, we were going to lose lives, and we were going to spend over 6 million on health insurance if people were not getting water. So what is the big deal here? MPP someone tells here they should shut the plant down. In Tekufuado ne MPP ba power ba Umia Ekotina cabinet and also shut it down. People of Nungwa and Teshi, they should go somewhere and go find water. That is the beginning of the crisis. So they just don't like the gas. The MPP just hates the gas. They don't just respect them. Now just a plant way, nanke si bantama, anka MPP beko Kumasi akwakase, yente contract nase, into shut it down and Kumasi for more bantama munyansurum. Ojes and Kome, they will never do it because they respect Omomo Kumasi necha and crime for. The MPP led by Kufuado Bawumia and these clowns, they respect is Asante Fochain, Obia or Ghana. It is Ankasa plant way, is Kumasia, Anka, they will never touch it because Omaka so 2 for. I don't know, Coach 2 for but Gamanche Dobumbuno, Gamanche and Conforming and Quasia for, into NPP 4 2018, and almost shut the plant down. They did not even say the plant should keep running for them to renegotiate too. They said shut it down because Sebio MPP who crying for so much Jimmy. So 2018 they shut the plant down. Enti nungwa for ne teshi for omoko pensio way. Ekufado did not care. Baumia did not care because they were enjoying good water. Nungwa for Anopa area were struggling. Now, SASMC and the PURC for a Public Utilities Regulatory Commission in 2018 September they also released a statement. PURC for the share insure utilities so almost at the end of the year they were surprised, they were shocked. Say adia ebwa nungwa for teshi for enya insure ya bofri epum near to me dane no ema nipa to me using no. How can a government come and say I've shut it down? Not to even say let it keep running, let me renegotiate. They shut it down to renegotiate. So PURC was like, what is going on? Why are you people not even respecting the livelihood of the people? A government that is in power, just 2 years, you shut down a whole water system. So 2018, the PURC released a statement, documenting in here. And what's the statement? What does it say? Data shows 13th of September 2018. Public PURC issues order against Ghana Water Company Limited for breach of Section 11 of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission Act 1997, Act 538. Into the government, because you know the Ghana Water Company is the government. So it is the government through the water company, Ghana Water Company, and I'm shut the plant down. Into PURC for catch them say, Omo Bumraso. There is an act, Abine Buso. So PURC came out with a statement, and this is the statement. We are giving you all the facts. Senebeya, Obiabeti the Yanasi. In the underwater crisis, we should understand where it's coming from. And I'm never going to cut a slack for this government. They need to still find a solution to this problem. But memawati asiye, so who say MPP 40 TV, so Facebook, TikTok, Jimia, no guys, even though we are in crisis, no, give the people who are in charge the chance to think and create a room and have a solution to our problem. So when you read the PURC statement, almost say the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission has served an order on the Ghana Water Company, that's the GWCL, for breach of Section 11 of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission Act 1997, Act 538. The order leads to 10.8% tariff reduction on the prevailing rate for all customers of Ghana Water Company Limited. Now, when you read the rest, the company has recently been notified by the Commission for its non-compliance with staff decision and regulatory directives in relation to Teshi Desalination Plant operated by Befasa Desalination Development Ghana Limited. Point 1. In 2011, Ghana Water Company Limited entered into a 25-year build, own, operate, transfer water purchase investment with Befasa Desalination Development Ghana Limited. By the WPA, GWCL agreed to buy all water produced from the 60,000 metric meter areas, the desalination plant commenced production in February 2015. Since the major tariff review of December 2015, water tariffs approved by the Public Utility Regulatory Commission have included the contracted costs of the plant. Inti de no muka nyina say yani PURC for de enim ne say sa sika na eye mo Ghana Water Company moto eye insuo no at that rate no, it is because ejuma na omo ye no BOT no, build, operate and transfer no, e kan nyina hyem enti na moto insuo at this amount every omo ho. Sa moto free omo ha, you are government, so you have to drop the price for the people. That is what we pay. That is the pain we have to go through. Because anke technology na anke to me create the insuo no air den ema aye teshinungwa for. But PURC Pokatre NPP abai in 2018 say sad decision na Ghana Water Company mo taking it is against the law. You are not supposed to do that because in the whole contract frame, no, sika bi omu jibiano, omu cost nyina wom, ena ma omu sika ni kodru sa amount no. Say ubetume tia omu kana ma omu dia, they are not going to charge that amount. They are charging you per cubic meter. If you cannot also pay them outrightly, all that you have to do is to do what? Buy it at this price because they are going to take their cost from it. Now, Ukuwenima, between January and July 2018, the Commission undertook a number of measures aimed at giving Ghana Water Company Limited a hearing and clarifying the tariff application associated with Ghana Water Company Limited's operational decision in respect of the desalination plant. Now, the Commission subsequently issued an enforcement notification which the company failed to comply with. In the PURC for Emma Ghana Water Company, so much opportunity say, come to the table, explain to us why you have taken this decision by shutting down the plant. Adentina modumun kan fonsuo no. Adentina teshinungwa for no modumo munsuo because emra wo also mudiso, but the Ghana Water Company Limited refused. Biya mechira wa devi. 2018, the Ghana Water Company Limited, under the leadership of Ekufuado Bawumia and Nkwasi Aforo, they did not give a hoot. They told PURC some form of they don't care. All this time, I hear na teshinungwa for ninsu. Nana Dankwa, did he care? No. Mahamudu Bawumia nefano no. Rebecca didn't care. Samiri did not care. Kennedy did not care. Barney Champo did not care because someone has sante for because sa plant in NC Bantama NC Benshia into MPP for whom can phone someone yankwasiya for. They did not care about the Gamanche. Now I am telling you, Senya Yaba Bedru Hande, the MPP is a party of raccoons. They don't have to discuss Ghana's problem again. Now, when you go down, in July 2018, the Commission published new water tariffs effective July 15, 2018, which maintain costs related to the desalination plant in the weighted average water production tariff. Now, the Commission's decision to maintain costs relating to the plant in the tariff was informed by Ghana Water Company Limited on decision to operate the desalination plant, which the company communicated to the Commission in their letter dated 16th May 2018. Inti Ghana Water Company Limited, they agreed with the company, and it was on paper. They had agreed, but because of power, because they could do anything and go away with it. So time na Okoboy kwasi ampenyi okuta Rebecca Kufuado bag. He didn't care. Okoboy kwasi ampenyi no na odi kutekute Kufuado bag okuta Rebecca Kufuado bag. Enkranfo na omo party nim Henry Cote any omo maka eye Lord Come enkranfo man kwasi afo ni bi. They did not care. They just sat down and allowed the accounts to ride the guns. They did not respect them because anka sa plant we si bantama anka simenshia anka kwasi ampenyi bi any MPP mo beka say let us go and shut it down because you too for na no dia by enkranfo there without due respect MPP for who so Jimmy, so they shut it down. Now omo and omo started so omo yare omo bread to get water. Life became so difficult for the people of Teshi and Ngwa. Now do you understand? Mama show one shocking thing. Mama show adibi. Problem now in so problem. Maybe show adibi in there. You see this in 2019, a whole year not Teshi Ngwa for the insu. 2019, Ghana Water Company Limited shut down Teshi desalination plant again. Do you know who was the board of Ghana Water Company then? Do you know who was the board chairman? Who was the person taking the decisions? Uninipa no board chair of Ghana Water Company. He was the one giving the instructions that they should shut down the plant because they believe they want to make more money. Do you know who was the chairman? Do you know the chairman? Uninipa no chairman of Ghana Water Company 2018, 2019. Do you know the person? Let me show you. The person who was the chairman and who gave the instruction from the board, na Afenyo Markin. Afenyo Markin, the board chair of Ghana Water Company. Now let me read this to you. Let me confirm, and I quote, that indeed there is a shutdown of the desalination plant. There is a comprehensive report that the communication directorate of the company will give out to the media. There will be full disclosure from the media regarding the reason. I call to tell you that the reasons are good. It's a necessary step and it is in the interests of Ghanaians, and such a decision will be taken. Or say, whatever reason we will give for the shutdown is technical, and I want the technical people to explain and communicate appropriately. I can confirm that the decision by management has been carried out. Such decisions are taken to ensure rectification of challenges coming up, and I am sure when parties move together to resolve issues, the appropriate step will be taken to restore. Afenyo Markin. That is what Afenyo Markin told us. Okachere say, yes, in Sona Omodumuno, they have to turn it off. Technical problems, they are negotiating. The technical people will tell you the disrespect in his tone. Afenyo Markin, and I'm quoting, Afenyo Markin, he is now the leader of the piglets in parliament. You see, Obibe Sea plant, and that plant was supposed to be maintained. The water flows was supposed to be allowed. They shut it down continuously because the NPP, they don't respect in crime for. Now, what has happened? As we speak, they made sure the plant never worked. Now go to Teshi, go to Nungwa, and go and see the plant. It is sitting there. The plant is rotten. All because NPP4 wanted money, and the people were like, contract have been signed. So they let the plant rot. From 2019, 2021, 22, 23, the NPP ignored that plant. Plant now NDC BCSA, Abema Teshi, Nungwa Fonsuno, Afenyo Markin led his pack. He was the board chair of Ghana Water Company Limited. So you see, interestingly, the Machiavellian tactics NASA started. They are the ones complaining on TV and on radio. NDC4 need to get water for the people of Tema, Teshi, and Nungwa. NDC4, why are they not getting them water? That is what they do. The NDC would solve the problem again. And then these animals in 50 years say and keep them out of power. Now they are back and they are blaming who? They are blaming the same NDC that solved the problem. Today, they are foolishly sitting on TV, sitting on radio, and pointing fingers. They came, they did not respect the Ga people, they did not respect the Gamanche. The only people they respect are Santifor, and that is the NPP, because it is a tribal party that was formed in a day, it was formed in a palace. So we are here today, and the question here is, the NDC is your responsibility again. We are back. We are begging you, please solve the water problem. The people of Teshi and Nungwa are struggling, Mr. President. If you can put this plan to work, we beg you, as immediately as possible, Mr. President, help put a word in, let it be a priority. The people of Teshi and Nungwa voted to bring you back to power because they know you and your government, you listen and you always come to their aid. The government of the day, it is your responsibility to make sure the people of Teshi and Nungwa, they get water. Whatever you can do, There are no excuses here. And I am not going to give you any excuse. And I'm not going to cut you a slack. As much as you are under pressure, the people of Teshi, they need water. And they need water now. And we believe that with the leadership of John Mahama and the minister and those in charge, we believe that you people will work something out. Now we know where the problem started from. We know who we can trust and who we cannot. We have made mistakes in the past. And I know in Kranfo, they have learned it the hard way. Tonight, as I speak, people are struggling to get just single water in their drums. Mr. President, I know you're out of the country. This should be a priority. Let's put that plant back. Let us put it to work. The company, bring it back, renegotiate, and get the plant working. We need water to survive, to renegotiate. If we don't have water to drink, we will not live the next day to sit around any table to negotiate. The NPP are so foolish that they don't care about human lives. They don't care about we. All that they care about is their tribal people. They don't care about the Ga people. They don't respect the Gamanche. They don't respect the Ga traditional people. They only respect the people who they think are their people. And we need to move away from that part. J.J. Rawlings warned us that the NPP is a dangerous political party. They kill, they destroy, they will change their name, they will come back. And the other TV, Sunni Radio, they are the ones screaming and shouting and pointing fingers. They caused the problem. But because they caused the problem, and also say we have to sit and be screaming and to be blaming, we need to solve. And so it's the responsibility of the government, Ghana Water Company, to start cracking their brains. They need to find a way to solve this problem. It is very imperative and it's very, very important. You are still watching with all due respect, extended version.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir, the nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past.
You are still live on Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. We've done 3 hours, 25 minutes. Let's do 1 or 2 stories in Yampong. And it's Thursday. This platform controls, and I keep telling you Ghanaians, we just don't come sit here. We do our work, we do our research, we take our time, and then make sure say we just don't come sit here. That is why most people, Ghanaians, they go around, but at the end of the day, they settle on this platform because ye pese ye boa Ghana, ye pese ye de no kure no echechere Ghana. Inti ye betena ha, enye se asem na ba ene ye kebi. Se ye ni injinaso ni ni reason asem no ye nkebi. And that is what we have done over the years. That is the protection. That is the principal platform we ekutabe drune. We do this not because we hate anybody. We do this because we want to instill some kind of discipline, decorum in the system. We want people to understand politics is not about lies. It's not about jandam. It's about being consistent and being truthful to the people who basically give power. It is because of you. It is because we want to sell the truth. We want you to go back and do your research, sit, analyze, and then make a reasonable decision going forward. In today, understand to say the work we do here, there's a lot that goes into it. and your boss and your way that be it is not about obia we hate no. It is not about group beyond pelmasem. It is not about it is about delivery. It is about facts. It is about making sure Ghana for would say, you are buying was so a binding mistake beka, a binding the beka, but also the be a kai home. Send your bear, yenina, you be who say, yeah, chichiro mine. Now, this is something I want us to talk about quickly. Now, me finish the show. No, you see the story, a very interesting story. It's our story way. Come. Stories in the Dawson. My main way. This is one story. I'm a person made 1 or 2 be finishing here. Koda. Yeah, 3 hours. We've done 3 hours, 29 minutes. Nana komia can sembi. Now you see, sometimes, aya nanko for we, omu bugana for say ye Jimmy. Debia me catch the Ghana for. MPP for the moment because will be an MPP no who will be as with Jimmy, and it's so interesting say MPP for any moment yani no school no bon, but obi with Jimmy were born or joining MPP produce nyansa. The moment they start to speak, then you start to be like sa kwa we near use nyansa but with Jimmy, and you are seeing plenty. Ebi I say Ketia ye di omo yere Ghana ne ade they know majority of them are daft, they are ignorant, they don't read to understand. Their ego is killing them. Now, Nana Komia Abekan Sembi and Assembly Day or say, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was not in charge of the economy. Akufo-Addo handed it over to Ken Ofori-Atta. Now you see, this is the same Nana Komia telling us to say, Bawumia, his policies, and then the NDC for they run Ghana. Now today when you ask them, tell us what Bawumia can do. Oh, Bawumia cannot do anything. But the NDC is running Ghana on Bawumia's policies. Dear Bawumia policies, Now today you are telling us Bawumia was not in charge of Ghana's economy. Ghana's economy boils down to their policies that at the end of the day affect the economy positively. Now, if you are telling us to say Bawumia was not in charge of the economy and that Ofori-Atta was in charge, then again Bawumia ejina so kache say yentu abaman because Bawumia kache say because of his 33 policies or the buy as the chairman of the economic management team enunti ena yentu abaman in 2023-2024. Now mumia ko tie na nakomia de bi am kache say nkofo we omu wi no mema wadwene say omu wo wi ntom nim nyansa bebre eye for wi enye ewi bi a nyansa wo. Let's listen to this guy.
Economy na a pascal yenwa and intino a man for PD who yaw no man to abama NPP. See about me on my on an economy. So I said, I didn't think you know, since another saw no economic a year between or didn't buy say over my economy. That's what Jordan buy no eka. Nanado can say campaign time or can say Dr. Bawumia wo macroeconomy or who nim dear nti ya ba ben mu a obema sa nim dear no the question is no wadi jumafa economy no banana do buy no the economy dey share Bawumia answer no answer na share so bakaya NPP members of parliament by 94 and 95 a press conference say ye economy na say ema mboa party no mboa o man nti ye obiadi because of economy na said why no make ye nyi finance minister meboa kwabna Ken Ofori-Atta no more this assembly called Daniel President Akufo-Addo then Akufo-Addo can show Akufo-Addo can show me say economy ni dear me da share Bawumia answer o can show me say munya botre finance minister peso mo mano ye mano mre kakra no peso wiwi IMF to 2 years na fe ye hwe one can show me say economy me da share Bawumia answer finance minister ye nwanum NDC What is a parliament to me a PAM minister? So parliament will to me say a PAM minister of state. Even the president, parliament will to me say a PAM. Your friend of vote of censure. And then NDC from Wohomo to test majority. On person must sack it, President Mahama, they can sack him. Constitution is more mutum. So them say. How is that now? Be before me sure. You know. Me sure. Governor, who never say me chair me. It's Parliament may chair muno. All the vote of censure by say economy na say. Into mo be saki obi. Why not the vote of censure no betia?
Tomu ka second for that.
In reality, now, so we had 2018. Finance Minister na the 14-man committee BT or some economy. So okay. So I can't share me and say about me and you're in charge of the economy. Engineer Swano, me who be fi.
Nento lukuri no can say what $3 no they are to prison. And not says some what they what to the ye key no aquacoma IGP. So no you're in charge. I don't know what can say.
Kabna one case or no actually dollar no. I say yeah.
We penny you. Onya kwarao. Nana komia wenyini you. Politics a man penny for than say I so much Jimmy. Into nana komia pa zinka owo NDC pa enanka MDC ni MPP ni TV so kasa ase we anka wo Bigfoot anka de pa na obeka. Ohun wi se Bigfoot. Inti nka na komia pa senka wo ye NDC ni enanka NDC ni enanka MPP ni TV so kasa ase nka wo pa na komia anka de nanka obeka. Ade na mama politics egu manimu asese. O say parliament ben ko betime yi eye the president. Na de na parliament enyo foriata na sa parliament na omoka se omompe foriata na odwen say anka MPP for 2/3 anka omonko ba omi amomu so. Did they have the 2/3? You are making an argument say NDC for we omo 2/3 betime yi president. Na sa nkofo na obufi mu amo party mu a omo so omompe foriata no na omo 2/3 of parliament na na mo pen fo mo say de mo agimi. Yet Kroma, if Bawumia wasn't responsible for the economy, now you people should come and tell us what was Bawumia's role. Because Bawumia needs to tell us his role before we can see, say, our experience to be president. And now his role was just being vice president. Let's give this to you. Bawumia did not run the economy. Now, what was Bawumia's role in the Kufuor's government? He was just a mere vice president. Now, why is he disturbing us that he wants to run the country? Because if he's coming with a resume, and you're just a vice president, then obviously there are people who could have been vice president who are better in economics than him. So why should we even consider Bawumia as a flag bearer? This is Osafuma for. Now, no set boto.
I want all of us here to, and on behalf of my colleagues, say a very big thank you to the type of leadership the EMT has enjoyed from Dr. Bawumia. A chairman who is so involved in the work of every, he works like a member, like a secretary, sterling quality, professionally excellent. So we are where we are because Dr. Bawumia is putting up a very professional chairmanship to the EMT. And I pray, I want all of us here to, and on behalf of my colleagues, say a very big thank you to the type of leadership the EMT has enjoyed from Dr. Bawumia. A chairman who is so involved in the work of every, he works like a member, like a secretary, sterling quality.
A chairman. Now toward the test of Bentia or Sesre. And then yes, Onona is not in charge of the economy, the economic management team. Now on Kaho, it's Bawumia. We beg you, the people following Bawumia, can you tell us what Bawumia is bringing to the table? Because we know Kennedy Japan is not bringing anything to the table. He's not an economist. He did not contribute economically in terms of wisdom to build the nation. Kennedy Japan the same. Brandy Champion the same. In Tiapesi Busamo MPP for. If Bawumia wasn't in charge of the economy, now, what was he in charge of? We are 9. This is the clown. This guy. This is the clown. Would you see a Jimmy Ohu?
When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact, can anyone remember the NDC economic management team? I'm sure they themselves cannot remember who their economic management team was. Kukrudu.
Now you see. So here video nu pa now hello come ni ma as a penguin. Here video ni be hello come oginechiro. We use no hwe nanim as a penguin. Here Lord come nim. Look at his face. In penifuo omo gimas omo say to.
When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact,
this is the issue. And you see, they know Bawumia is so weak-minded, they can play around him. And Obiaba no asanso hinu, no there be so na Bawumia de to asim no ko. Almost around no pa, the omde Bawumia no. Almost sa insuo ice block na omde gu kura. Omo kwa omde kwesi Bawumia no awro no de to asim na no hwo aka. No sorry no alaji. Salam alaikum. Omo ba pe we ba no kuta kura. No the ice cubes egugum na ode abeso na Bawumia yi ne to no the show asiso na ekeki ne show hey kwasi ade we know omo nyina so mu it omo nim se wabon. They know the guy does not have any intelligence when it comes to the economy, running the economy. They know. But what they are doing is that ose chairman sabon so no pa no afa kura na we share ice cubes egum no the choka kregum obo se Bawumia fe woto ode to simple na the show ekeki o say Wallahi, also salam alaikum no ko. And no more the ice cube ejeje de so. Into now the show cakey. The show cakey. And they don't want to tell him the truth. They say if you say Bawumia wasn't in charge of the economy, what was Bawumia in charge of? That is the next question. Find X. If Bawumia was not in charge of the economy, then what was Bawumia in charge of? Mr. Frank Amwakohene, the Ashanti Regional Minister, tomorrow morning, please put the question out for me and then let us find X. The Ashanti Regional Minister and say the MPP Nana Komia is saying Mahmoud Bawumia was not in charge of the economy. So we are asking if Bawumia was not in charge of the economy and he said that he has basically logged the dollar and that he was in charge of the economic management team, then what basically was he in charge of? Let them find X. Have a wonderful night. My name is Kevin Akoberu Taylor. We'll be here tomorrow, Friday, to discuss Ghana. God bless you. God bless me. God bless the United States of America. And God bless Ghana. Have a wonderful night. Cheers. Abuache. Gim.
Yo! We're your best fishermen. No, no answer mine. Abuache. It was for Belgium Pan. It was Betia Belgium Pan. It was two Belgium Pan. Why you're why round what? Why you're why round what? Why you're why round what? Why you're super why round what? It was for Belgium Pan. Belgium one, Belgium one, and one better Belgium one, Belgium one, Belgium one, and what do a Belgium one, Belgium one, Belgium one, and what do a Belgium one, Belgium one, Belgium one. Why you're yell? Why drown? 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 Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Why drown? Why you're yell? Why drown? I want it. Original. Where you mind,